Time for the late night boxing talks. The next episode of the relay is already done. I will upload it after this live for those of you interested, for your viewing pleasure. It's a lot of good stories in the news right now. I want to kind of get away from the same old subjects. Don't really care to talk about Spence and Crawford anymore. That's beating a dead horse. There was a blurb out there about them potentially going back into negotiations, but I spoke to Coach Malachi. Shout out to Coach Malachi, who was actually up there in Omaha, Nebraska just a few days ago. He was actually up there with Crawford and a couple of other good people. Avo, what it do? Junior Cordina, que lo que maning? Based kid. Yeah, I seen that, bro. I seen that. Man, let me take these Clark Kents off, man. Like, man, I be seeing through the future with them joints. But I did see that, and I liked it because it's old school. That it's old school, like that's what's supposed to happen, yo. Richard Riakporh, he want what you got, bro. He want that skrit at. You know what I mean? He want that. So y'all shouldn't even be able to be around each other without some knuckle dusters, without a fight breaking out. I love it. And the fact that they're on the same side of the street now, there's no political boundary lines. Richard and Lawrence, they on the same side of the street. So we going to get that, and we going to see what's what. For what it's worth, I do like Richard Riakporh's fights more than Lawrence. Aesthetically, I like Richard's fights. They're more entertaining. Whereas Lawrence, I'm not going to lie, even though I do think he's the better, more experienced fighter, the more seasoned fighter, his fights could be a little bit boring, man. There's a lot of clinching, a lot of entanglements like Jada Pinkett. Yeah, I mean, it's wow, yo, but I love it. Shout out to my man, Coach Malachi in the building. UK Rob in the building. You know what I mean? And we out here for the beer money. You know what I mean? It's a very good fight set to go down this weekend. I love it. Mauricio Lara versus my man, Lee Wood. Motherfucker got cast iron balls. I don't know why he choosing to fight that man, but credit to him. Win or lose, he deserves it. Because that is not a fight that you just decide you going to take. Like, yeah, I'm going to just decide to do this. You know what I mean? He just decided, yo. What it do, track man? Yeah, man, I had to get the camo out, you know what I'm saying? Just in case when the aliens come. Yo, B, the news is wild, bruh. The news is wild. Chemical spill in Ohio. UFOs. Chinese water balloons. Motherfucking U.S. military helicopter crashed in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, somewhere over there where Wilder live at. What is going on? Emma, what it do? Yeah, that's a good fight, man, but I'm leaning towards Bronco Lara, de verdad. I'm leaning towards Lara. It's just, I feel, what I think is going to happen? Like, I don't know if I'm going to do a prediction video because I'll say it here. What I think the Lee Wood people are thinking is Mauricio Lara does swing really wide. He does swing wide. Like, he's the kind of guy, before the fight, you know what he want to do, and even though it's dangerous, he is a limited boxer. He's a puncher. So what they might be telling themselves is, look, we're going to catch and shoot as best as we can. Where he want to fight, we're going to box. We're going to work off the counter, catch and shoot, see if we can catch him in between the punches. And the problem that I see with a plan like that, if that's the plan, is that, yo, look, you going to feel that dude's power. You going to feel it. You're going to feel it on your arms. And you going to feel it, whatever get through. And or for that power that you feel, you're not really going to want to open up. And what's going to happen, you're going to keep hitting, and get you out of there, bro. That's how I think that's going to go there. I think their plan is to work off the counter because Mauricio, he swings wide, he throws a lot. His punches really aren't tight. They're not defensible. But if they land, they'll take you out. And they're telling themselves, we can catch him in between the punches. We just got to bait him to throw. We have power too. Lee Wood does have power. It is true. He's not feather-fisted. He can punch. And I think what they're telling themselves is, yo, we're going to catch him in between the shots. He's going to throw one of them wild-ass hooks. We're going to slip. We're going to counter. But I don't think it's going to go to plan. So I do have Bronco knocking him out. Shout out to my man Country. Que lo que, manín? We out here, yo. We out here. I seen a lot of people got mad at me over the Tyson Fury. I want to give a special shout out to Amanda Serrano if she's listening. She actually had my back. I almost brought a tear to my eye. I was like, wow, dog, what a nice person. She had my back because the trolls was trolling. They was mad because I retweeted what was it? An article about the Wilder Fury 4 potentially happening. And I'm just retweeting an article. I didn't write the goddamn thing. And some Tyson Fury got like, bro, how you getting mad at me over an article I didn't write? I ain't write the motherfucker. It ain't me saying it. I'm just reading it. Motherfucker got mad, and Amanda had my back. Shout out to Amanda Serrano, one of the nicest people in boxing. Very accomplished fighter, one of the nicest people you could talk to. I'll get you that KO and AK. Yo, if you gonna be at the fight, bro, please, I need that. I need that footage right now. I'm sitting on a lot of footage of a lot of KOs. I got a lot of ringside footage that I'm gonna use for these relay intros. I love making intros. I'm an 80s baby. I love 80s montages. Hence, I love montages. I love music being in the background while the action is playing. I love montages. I'm a nerd like that. I can't help it. Y'all give me a second. Somebody at the door. They come. And yeah, yo, montages like Rocky training montages. Those are always really nice. The 80s movies had a vibe that today's movies don't have. They knew how to build atmosphere in the 80s. These days, I don't know. The movies just feel very generic, especially the scary movies that aren't really scary. The last good scary movie I saw was Smile, and it wasn't scary. It was more like they did a good job telling that story. They just did a good job. Yeah, the AI got me, yo. I'll get you that KO. I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. Would you accept footage of fights that have already passed? Yes, I would. Of course I would. You can send them to me via either Instagram or Twitter in the DMs, and I will gladly use that footage. My man Michael in Canada, what it do? Julius, do you have a pick for Neary versus Havanesian? I got to look at Havanesian because I heard he's pretty good. I know everything I need to know about Luis Neary, but I'm not familiar with Havanesian, and I actually heard he's pretty good, so I'm going to look at him, and I'll probably do that video on Friday. Probably Friday in the evening. I'll upload those. And I'll probably do the Wood versus Lara fight anyway, just for the hell of it. Just because it's a prediction video. Do you see the undisputed heavyweight fight happening? I think I don't even want to talk about that because the next video I'm about to upload after this is literally about that. But I would say it can still happen. Don't lose hope. It can still happen. It can still happen. Because I know at least one team is willing to do what they have to do, no matter how difficult it is. I know one team is willing to do what they have to do. And the next video I upload is going to be about that. Major K, what it do? LJ, your music intros are awesome, but why? But my favorite is the first one. Which is the first one, LJ? Which is the first one? Because I got a lot, bro. I've been doing it. I've been doing them joints for a minute just because I like doing them. A lot of people don't realize the first couple of for a while, I was just doing them because I like doing them. It wasn't even trying to get bread or nothing. I was just doing them because I like editing and I like putting stuff together. Avo, Lisa, what it do? You know what I mean? Lara bought the body wood on Saturday. Yeah, that's how it's looking, bro. That's how that's looking. And yo, I read an article today, man. The world going crazy. So I read an article. It was on Twitter. For those of you that follow me on Twitter, the lady, she shagged the guy, right? She cut the guy's head off, put his meat in a bucket. What is going on planet Earth, bro? People going crazy out here, bro. I don't know what the hell going on. It's a story out there. It's a lady. I don't know what happened between her and her. I don't know what happened. Like, how mad you gotta be to do that? That's crazy. Bill Clinton says, who's the Puerto Rican girl in green Let me see. Who's the Puerto Rican girl in green in your intro vid? Oh, that's her name is Stephanie Pinedo. She's about 4-0. 4-0. I think she's got 2 knockouts, 2 or 3 knockouts. Comes from a good amateur background, very good. I believe she campaigns in the welterweight division. Welterweight, that's 147. Stephanie Pinedo. I actually did a video about her, intro. You know, at the beginning of the year, I always look at the fighters that are coming through, and I do like a study of them, a brief study, not a long one. It's only about 5-6 minutes, and I just tell you know where they're from, what they're doing. I show you what they look like in action, and you know what division they're in, et cetera, just like a crash course on that fighter. I did one on her, and it's called Intro to Stephanie Pinedo. If you look down the videos list, you'll see it. It's there. And she's a really good fighter, man. Really good fighter. Like, I see that girl has a future. That girl got a future. Like, she gonna beat a lot of people up, which is what we here for. We here to watch people get beat up. Wood has to go to the body if he's serious about stopping Lara. Yeah, but going to the body is a trade-off, because if he goes to the body, that side of his face, it's not protected. If he dig to the body, like, you got to be careful. Like, it sounds like I dig it. Like, I'm not even disagreeing. It's just that it is a trade-off. If you go into the body, you're not protecting that side of your face. And you don't know, B, something can happen. So it's a very dangerous proposition. He must be the real Bill Clinton. For real. Jesse Acevedo says the part of the appeal of Berlanga going to Matchroom is seeing him lose by KO. I mean, yo, look, I'll be real, bro. I looked at that Pacheco kid. I've been watching Pacheco for about 4 fights. That kid got a ceiling, bro. Like, that kid, and I feel like, yo, Pacheco would be a dangerous fight for Berlanga, let alone Munguia, let alone Canelo. But that's who he won. He won Canelo. Like, everybody want Canelo. He just did what he had to do, unlike Benavidez, unlike Charlo. He just did what he had to do to get him. I would say Andre, but, you know what I mean? Andre was over there. But the other thing is, there's this weirdness. There's just this weirdness when it comes to Canelo and everybody else. And I wanted to talk about that tonight. There's this weirdness, like, these guys act like he owed him something. You know what I mean? Like, ever since they said that he gonna fight John Ryder on the 6th, that he already got a date and all of that, the usual suspects is mad. You know, they always get mad, and it's like, bro, like, that dude is coming off a surgery to his wrist, and he's still fighting a top 10 fighter. Like, it ain't like he fighting some bum, some boxcar Willie kind of guy. He fighting a dude that's legit in the top 10. If you look right now, John Ryder, top 5 on BoxRec. Top 5 on Transnational. You know what I mean? Like, he not fighting no bum, and they still get mad at him. You cool watching Andre versus Nicholson, who got the shit beat out of him by Berlanga better than Andre did it. You cool watching that bullshit. And you cool with Charlo taking 2 years off. And before that, who was he fighting? Before that. Y'all cool with all that bullshit. But then want to turn around and do this to Canelo. It's like, it's ridiculous. And that's why, look, I said it in a video that I did, that, like, don't let the vocal minority fool you into thinking that the paying public feel that way, because that dude's paying public is bigger than that public. So what that tell you? That you in a minority. Where you think he doing something wrong, most people don't. You are in the minority of individuals, of boxing fans, that think that he doing something wrong. The majority of people that pay for boxing, they fuck with him, and they don't fuck with them. They don't fuck with Benavidez like that. They don't. They don't fuck with Charlo like that. They don't. They don't fuck with Andre like that. And you could sit on Twitter every day, 7 out of 7 days a week, trying to argue that shit, and you not changing nobody's mind. Why? Because of what I just said. You cool watching Andre versus Nicholson. You cool watching Charlo versus Montiel. And that was 2 summers ago. You cool with Berlanga versus Lemieux. I mean, Benavidez versus Lemieux. But you are hypercritical and hypersensitive of a more proven fighter who literally is more accomplished. Like, if he retired tomorrow, he would get in the Hall of Fame. That's where he at. All this other stuff he doing right now, it really is just extra credit. Because if he retired tomorrow, 4th division, 2-time unified, undisputed, Ring Magazine, lineal, he done already did all that. Shout out to Irvin Salah. Shout out to QT. Yeah, that's what it is, Emma. Like it's silly. Like you can't be hypercritical of somebody who's already more proven for somebody that ain't proved shit. You think you want Charlo to be all that, but he ain't. You want Andre to be all that, but he ain't. And even worse is that they in the same age bracket as Canelo. So what is your excuse? What's your excuse? Shout out to Napoli. Napoli says Lee Wood has to stay out of the pocket against Lara. He can't afford to create opportunities for Lara to land his power shots. If Conlon dropped Wood the way he did, hell yeah, that's the same rationale that I have, bro. Literally one and the same. That Conlon, God bless him, he's not known as a big puncher, but he was able to catch Wood with a real hard shot and put him down early. And if Conlon could put you down early, imagine what Lara could do if you let him hit you. Lara, that's what he is. He's a power guy. He's a puncher. So if Conlon could put you down, Lara could put you down. Maybe Lee Wood could, keep it long and loose and from the outside and set him up, see if he can't walk him into a right hand. But like I said, it's easier said than done because I feel like he going to feel that power and he not going to want to throw. Like he'll be all right in the beginning maybe, but once he feel that power, he like, nah, I ain't even gonna open up. I'm gonna just catch this shit, and then he gonna get put out. Yayo said, just notice the in the ticker. Yeah, I've been put that in the ticker. That been there since the Benavidez colonoscopy. I've been put that in the ticker. But yeah, yo, it's like it's a lot of the Canelo stuff is silly. Shout out to my man Undefeated Journeyman. Here's my beer donation for a 40-ounce of Corona this weekend. Let's go, Lara. Yeah, I got Bronco, bro. As much as I like seeing underdogs win, it's hard to pick Lee Wood to win that fight, bro. It's just hard. Like, it's just hard, bro. Like, nah. Like, I like that dude. He got a lot of heart, and I got a lot of respect for him. And it'd be cool if he won, but realistically, the logical pick is Lara, bro. Because once he get going, once he just let his hands go, bro, it's only going to take for one to get in. It's only going to take for one to get in. He going to rattle you, then he going to take you out, bro. Like I said, I seen that dude hit a guy so hard the referee fell down. Go watch that shit. The goddamn referee fell down. That's how hard he hit that fucking guy, bro. It's not a game out here, man. Riakporh and Okolie beef. Oh yeah, I seen that, bro. I just retweeted about it. I seen that. I love it. Back to old school boxing, bro. I feel like that was a call into the old school. That like, here you got the champion, here you got the challenger, and y'all supposed to be at war. Y'all supposed to be beefing. That's the way that it was. That you can't be around me and something don't happen. You know what I mean? And it's a beautiful thing because it's a good domestic fight. For those of you that know, as long as Lawrence going to Sky has been a conversation, I've been said that is a big fight. That is a big fight. That is a fight that you could turn that fight into a big fight because you got to love them domestic rivalries. One, it got the domestic factor, but it also has the regular factor that, yeah, he's a champion, you're the challenger. You want what he has. So go get it. You know what I mean? It's just a question of how long will it take them to do that fight? Because right now, Lawrence Okolie got to beat David Light first. He got to fight the Australian guy before anything. He got a mandatory. His next fight is David Light. He got to beat that guy. Jack Cataract is going to be on that undercard. And I forgot who else. Oh, Frazier Clark. He going to be on that undercard. And he got to get past that guy before it even become about Richard. You know what I mean? Lawrence ain't fought in a while. You know what I mean? He not with Shane McGuigan no more. He got Sugar Hill Stewart now. I think that's a good pairing. I'm going to ask the panel what they think about that pairing. I think it's a good pairing. because he got very generous physical dimensions, and we're gonna talk about that tonight on the panel. And yeah, yo, I mean, I would say this, Avo, you kind of gotta favor Lawrence because he's a spoiler. He's a spoiler, or at least he has been. But the reason you don't see me weigh into that fight right now is because this dude literally breaking in another trainer. He wasn't with Shane that long. And I think he was with Rob McCracken before that or somebody. And I think that he moved from him to fuck, man, I got a brain fart. Shane McGuigan, right. He moved from him to Shane McGuigan, and now he moved from Shane McGuigan to Sugar Hill Stewart. So it's like, I don't even know what he gonna look like his next fight. I don't really know. So, what's goody, Leo? What's goody?
¿Todo bien acá?
Aquí en lo mismo. Reyes, we got Reyes in the building. We got Avo in the building. We got Michael in the building. Let me go to Reyes because Reyes don't be on the panel most of the time. Reyes, what you think about Lawrence Okolie pairing up with Sugar Hill Stewart? You think that's a good relationship?
Yeah, I mean, Okolie's a pretty long, rangy fighter. That's usually what those guys at Crunk Gym like. They like to use a jab. They like to, use that right hand. And maybe they'll teach him how to, I guess, keep dudes out without clinching them. But I kind of doubt it considering what well, I don't know how Sugar Hill Stewart completely does his training. I've only seen 2 of his fighters ever.
Yeah.
But I would assume that he's going to try to avoid as many clinches as Lawrence gets into. But if he doesn't and he just tries to head him to the kind of Vladimir Klitschko route, that wouldn't surprise me too much either. But either way, I think it's a good
What you mean, like the jab and grab?
Yeah.
Let me go to Chaim. Chaim, what you think about that? Lawrence Okolie, Sugar Hill Stewart, match made in heaven or match made in hell?
I think it's a match made in heaven. I think he could help him with the ferociousness that he needs. I think that the straight punches are moving around a little bit, but coming straight forward and hitting off the right hand. I think it should work. It should work, but I don't know about Lawrence Okolie. I've always been questionable.
You skeptical about him?
Yeah, I'm skeptical about him. He's looked horrible. He was like my version of Frankie Sanchez. Like how you hate to watch Frankie Sanchez.
Let me say this. That's what I meant. I want to delve a little deeper. Do you mean horrible in a fundamental way or just horrible intrinsically, aesthetically?
Both.
Fight.
Remember at first when he was like holding everybody and it was too much clinches? He looked horrible. He looked like he got no fundamentals whatsoever. He got a little bit.
He looked like the car balloon shit. You ever went to the
car? I doubt him. I don't know, man.
I'm gonna go to the coach. Wait, first let me shout out my man Timothy Gallegos for the Cash App donation to the channel. I appreciate the beer money, and best believe I will be inebriated this weekend. Thank you very much. We got the coach in the building. Coach, quick question. Lawrence Okolie, Sugar Hill Stewart. Match made in heaven, match made in hell. Which one is it?
Hey, can you hear me, Jules?
I can hear you.
Yeah, shout out to everybody on the panel, man. I'm not gonna lie, man. I like Sugar Hill. No, I'm in the dark. I'm gonna go in the office. I like Sugar Hill, man. I really do like Sugar Hill. I like his name. But Lawrence Okolie, you know what, Jules? I really don't know. We'll have to see exactly what can Sugar Hill extract out of Lawrence Okolie. I really don't know yet. The only way I'm gonna know is I got to see what they do together in their first fight, and that'll tell me everything I need to know from them.
Country, I got a more provocative question for you. Do you feel that perhaps Sugar Hill Stewart may be overrated in all the ways that people started to say Virgil Hunter was overrated? I know you remember that off of the strength of Andre Ward, Virgil low-key became a star trainer, but that success did not carry into other fighters that he was training. Do you kind of feel that way about Sugar Hill? That's true. I agree with that. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah, Sugar Hill got him.
That's a very valid point.
That's because he didn't thank Al Heyman.
Not really, because he's not. Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. Well, he's not his uncle, but at the same time, I think he's learned enough from his uncle to make himself, very much better than to be an overrated trainer. I mean, you can't be under someone's such an expert's tutelage like that for that long and not be a good trainer in some way, shape, or form. So I don't think he's overrated at all.
Good point, Virtuoso. You feel that way, or do you feel that maybe Sugar Hill is getting too much Emmanuel Stewart praise for what really is just the relationship with one fighter?
Yeah, man. I mean, most of his success is kind of been behind Tyson Fury, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I mean, can somebody name another fighter that he training?
Did he train Anthony Durrell at one point?
Oh, that's
wow, the great Anthony Durrell. I forgot. Shit.
Where
am I, man?
Jesus Christ.
God damn, Anthony Durrell.
Hey,
you fucking
I didn't
kidding
see
me?
him in the corner.
No, man, but it's like this. It's like this. Look, man. I believe that Sugar Hill can get something out of Okolie. It's just like Okolie has to dedicate himself and not slag off, during fights. You know what I mean? Because if he does look sloppy like he did in his last few fights, man, I can see Riakporh landing some big shots, some harder, crispier shots than him. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's why I kind of got the other guy.
I like Riakporh style. I know that it looks like Riakporh to the eye seems fundamentally basic, but it's entertaining because the punches are clean. There's not a lot of clinches, but that doesn't really give him an edge over Lawrence. I'm gonna go to Julio, Sugar Hill Stewart, Lawrence Okolie, match made in heaven, match made in hell. Which one is it?
I think it's a match made in heaven. I think Lawrence kind of pointed it out too. Like he's going there because he does like that aggressive Kronk style, and that he wants to be known as a guy that's known for having he wants to be the prototypical tall and long fighter. Pause. And I think that Sugar Hill can get that out of him. I mean, if you look at obviously Hearns, Tyson Fury, Andy Lee, they all had that type of frame.
Let me go to Michael. Michael, do you think of Lawrence as being long?
Yo, come on, man.
All right, let me reframe it. No, I got to stop.
Jules.
Let me reframe it. Is he long enough?
Length without girth is irrelevant, Jules. We all know this.
Jules, that was an epic fail.
Is he well endowed?
No. Let me stop playing. Michael, match made in heaven, match made in hell. Lawrence,
personally, I think it's a match made in hell.
You think it's a match made in hell?
Because Lawrence Okolie is a pure boxer, and Kronk is gonna train him to throw 3-4 punch combinations. That's not him, and I don't think he likes getting hit much because when he gets hit, he just wants to immediately smother his opponent. So I don't know, Riakporh. If he starts to open up with Riakporh, I think Riakporh is a really good counter puncher.
Yeah, I think that's
really a pure boxer
too.
And also, Sugar Hill's gonna change his style completely. I'm sure he will. And that's just not gonna. I don't think that's gonna work for him.
But look, the other thing is where you say, and it is a valid point because that's what Lawrence looks like to me. I don't think of him as a textbook pure boxer, but I do think of him as leaning in that direction because he don't like getting hit. As soon as a guy's on the inside, the first thing he do is tie him up.
He panics and ties up.
He don't want to put punches together in the pocket. So I do think of him as that. But wasn't Tyson Fury a pure boxer when Sugar got him?
Didn't Michael Nunn used to train at at the Kronk gym at 1.2, and he was pretty much a pure boxer as well.
So maybe it could work. I want to go to Ivo. Ivo, same question. Do you think Lawrence is long enough?
Well, again, as I said before, length without girth is irrelevant, and it's about the motion in the ocean, not the physical endowment.
Oh,
all right.
Jokes aside, I'm kind of sour. This is my opinion of Okolie's kind of soured because I don't like him as he's not entertaining, and he honestly kind of spoiled some goodwill the way he looked against. This is a long time ago against how he looked against Chamberlain and Askin, and honestly ever since then my opinions have been kind of clouded with him. He's a big man, right? 6'5", walks like
Bro,
225.
he's like a damn heavyweight, bro.
Yeah,
he's a
he's a
size of
big
heavyweight.
boy, right? He's a big boy, and it's just, I don't know. I guess, again, I think it kind of, okay, this is good. This is a hot take of mine, but honestly, Okolie's like a little baby Wilder with his jab. You kind of just watch him be uncoordinated. Let me explain why he's uncoordinated.
I would say he's a daughter coast. He's close. I would say he's a daughter coast.
All right,
I would say he's a daughter
he just looks
coast.
uncoordinated for a hell of rounds, and he's just waiting to land a punch.
I'm with Ivo. I agree.
Yeah,
Don't
I
you
kinda
think
agree
it's
with him.
kind of because, like, I see the uncoordinated part, but I interpret it differently. Like, when you're that tall and you got long, when you have extremities, pause. When you have a lot of reach, right? You're never gonna look as short and sharp with your punches as a smaller guy like a Usyk or a Breeders, because his arms is OD long for cruiserweight, bro. Like his arms is OD long.
Does Okolie have a left hook?
Nah, I never.
See, but that's
he
what
even have
you'll
a
get
right
though.
hook?
Like, that's what they teach at Kronk. And to your point about like that's one of the, if you ask them to describe their style, they'll all say balance is what they teach. Like, I don't know if you remember Mark Breland. I feel like that should be. He was a Kronk fighter. I think that's what should be Lawrence's like prototype. What he should.
And I do think Mark Breland is, outside of Tommy Hearns, he's another example of the quintessential Kronk fighter. That they're very, examples. They're usually tall for their division. Usually got a lot of wingspan, the same as Tyson Fury. The same as Tommy Hearns before him. That's your quintessential Kronk fighter. And you know what? Lawrence does fit that mold. He is very tall for cruiserweight. He has got a lot of wingspan. And I do think that, he needs to manage it better, because he looked like a guy who's caught between styles. He hit hard enough that he should be a puncher, but he doesn't let his hands go. And that's the problem.
Hey, Jules,
Now that you mentioned Mark Breland, I kind of want him to coach, Okolie, just to take it to Wilder.
Is he still training?
Who?
Breland, is he still
I think
training?
he was only training Wilder. That's it.
Bro, I don't see him with nobody.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't see him with nobody else.
He should, though, for real. Like, just take it to Wilder, because, I feel like the dude been disrespectful.
All right, now I want to go back to Coach. Coach, tomorrow morning, Gervonta Davis is supposed to be going to court. He's got 2 court dates this month. What do your Capricornian instincts tell you about the cases that he has pending? Do you think he might see time, or will he beat those cases and be able to move straight into the Ryan Garcia fight?
Can you hear me, Jules?
I can hear you.
That's a great question, man. I really don't know. From the looks of it, it doesn't appear that Tank Davis is worried about the cases. He's in the Super Bowl. He hurt his ankle. Then 5 minutes later, he shoot the video showing that nothing is wrong with his ankle. He's getting rolled out in wheelchairs. So, between the wheelchairs and the ankle and the Super Bowl, I don't think he's worried about the court cases, to be honest with you. So, I don't know. Maybe he knows something that we don't know and nothing's going to happen. I don't know.
Chaim, do you feel that same way? Do you feel that there's nothing to worry about with those court cases? He ain't going to see no time. Or do you see enough about the situation that you think, nah, man, he can't walk away from that without doing no time? What do you think?
I think he's definitely doing time. I think there's no way. The judge already declined the plea deal. I think he's got to do some time. I don't think it's going to be a lot of time, but I think he got to do some time. It got to be some course behind what he did. That's my opinion. You can't do something like that and not get no time.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
The woman was pregnant. Like, there's no way he gets away with it. No
That's
way.
crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. She said she looked him right in the face. She said she looked him in the eyes.
She asked for help, and he looked away and ran.
Yeah, that's crazy. He got to do some time.
She looked him right in his eyes. She said, "I have to get home to my daughter."
So you feel he going to do time too, right, Michael? You think that, look, it's not going to be a lot, but he going to do something.
I honestly don't know. I just hope so. But these rich, famous people, they have a way of getting away with shit. So I don't know.
Yeah, but isn't this a criminal case? This is
Pretty much.
Yeah, this is a criminal
14
case, man.
felonies.
14 felonies. Yeah, 14 counts.
Dang.
Each count is a
Yeah,
felony.
he ain't getting out of that, man. I'm telling you, he ain't getting out of that. He ain't gonna come out unscathed.
During the commission of a felony, he committed like 14 misdemeanors or 13 misdemeanors during the commission of that one felony. That makes all of those felony counts.
Plus, he has multiple court.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This looks bad, so they gotta lock him. I hope so, but we'll see.
I mean, now any event that he does end up seeing some time. I guess what's the alternative for Ryan Garcia? I do think that there are Prograde.
Nah,
You think?
no, it's not. Let's be honest. That's never been an option.
Hell no.
That's
Yeah, like
completely
I don't think he's gonna
Well,
fight.
you know, we'd like to see it, but yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Well, they were talking. Oscar said he'll get.
I guess because like he's easy to work with. I guess that would be the one thing that I would make me think it's a Prograde fight, because Prograde is not a guy that's been earning these high ass purses. He's never been a guy that's really bitched about money too much.
That's true.
So, and I don't think he really cares about like fighting in anyone's backyard. So realistically, Oscar might maybe pick him just saying, "Yo, you know what?" He's like, how old is Prograde?
Prograde like mid-30s, right? 33, 34.
Yeah, maybe he's like, you know what? He's 34. Let's make this fight happen a bit later from now. And let's hope maybe his reflexes slow down a bit more in the inactivity.
Yep. That's the same thing.
Does Ryan beat Ramirez right now?
Yes.
I'll tell you what, bro. That's not as dangerous a fight to me as Prograde would be, because Ramirez, you know what you're gonna get. You know what he's gonna do, and you know what you're gonna get. And if Lil Pedraza was giving him fits, Lil Pedraza could take his power and was outmaneuvering him. Ryan is bigger, Ryan is younger, Ryan is faster. He do hit harder. So you know what? I ain't say he was longer, bro. I just
you said he was bigger.
He is. All right, bro.
Oh my God.
Hey, I got one for you. If Tio loses to Taylor, which he probably will, does he end up fighting Ryan down the line?
Say it again, bro.
Oh yeah, did you not know about Taylor being mandated for?
Oh no, I know all about that, but I mean, that's a bit of a formality because they were negotiating the fight before the order even came down.
No. What I was saying was, if Tio loses to Taylor, do you think he'll end up fighting Ryan later on?
No.
Tio,
I think Tio, if he loses one more time, he is done, 100%. I don't like to say that about fighters, but he literally said after he won, he said, "Oh, do I got this anymore?" He said that on camera. In the ring, like he won't recover.
All of ESPN, all of America watching. Do I still have it anymore?
Do I still got it?
Respect.
I mean, was that before or after the backflip? Because he didn't quite stick that landing.
He need to stop doing them backflips, bro. Like that shit's starting to be sad, bro. Them backflips
after the Cambosos loss, that shit is so
funny,
I know, bro.
Chris.
I rewatch that shit all the time. It's so funny.
Yo, he was literally in the corner. It wasn't nobody over there but his team. Not nobody even looking at him. Everybody else is in the center of the ring, and he literally was over there backflipping.
Yo,
wait, what fight was this?
Cambosos.
It was that Cambosos fight.
You don't remember?
Yo,
no, bro, I'm gonna be honest, and I never told anyone this. When it was like round, I think 9, right, of the Cambosos fight, Cambosos was beating his ass so bad, I turned off the TV.
Wow.
It might have been round 7, round 9. I said, you know what? I don't need to see nothing, bro. I'm good.
Well, you must have missed the knockdown because I thought
I looked back at it and I saw it and I was like, damn, the end of this fight ended pretty nice. And I was like, he still lost, of course. I don't because he was on his it was a setup type shit. And I was like, oh, let me see. Maybe it was a setup. And I was like, nah, it wasn't.
It wasn't a setup. Let me go back to Coach. Coach, he was recently in Omaha, Nebraska. You got to hang around the current reigning WBO 3 Division, former undisputed 2-time lineal, 2-time Ring Magazine, Terrence Crawford. And, there's some conflicting reports out there that at least conflict with your own intel on the situation, because they're basically saying that Crawford and Spence went back into negotiations. Just based on what you know, ballpark it. Do you believe that? And if you don't, why not?
No, that's not true. The reason why I don't believe it, and I know for a fact it's not true, is because when I spoke to, I can tell you, Friday night, it was me, Bomac, Red, Saul, Bernie. We was watching Canelo versus Caleb Plant. We're watching that fight right there, and I specifically heard out of the Bomac's mouth that no one from the PBC is even returning his calls. That's one. 2, I saw something that I shouldn't have seen, because when Bud showed it to me, he said, I ain't supposed to be showing you this. And he showed me physical proof that that's not true. He reached out and no one even responded back to him. And the person he reached out to was Errol Smith.
Coach, you're a Capricorn like me, so I know you have powers. you know we're not from this planet. We like to pretend that we are, but we're not. Based on that, where do you think these rumors are coming from, and what's the end game? Why are these stories out there that, oh yeah, they re-entered negotiations? What's the play then, and who's doing this?
I mean, I have no idea. I mean, I would assume, I do know that Crawford does want that. He does want to fight? But I mean, I'm telling you, bro. Like I was physically there. You know what I mean? And I spoke with the brother for like 25 minutes, and he's on the treadmill. When he was on the treadmill, we was talking, and the brother even hugged me, embraced me. You know who I am, and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, man. I mean, it's not true. I don't know where it's coming from.
Yo, let's be honest, bro. It's dead. It's not ever happening, man. We got to move on. It's dead, bro.
It is dead. It is dead. I'm not disagreeing with you, Michael, but it is also news. And for whatever reason, I'm going to go to Hyam. I need you to use the tri-state area powers to try to figure this shit out. Who's putting this shit out there, and why the fuck are they doing that?
I know who's putting it out.
It's the Errol Spence fans putting it out there, and the end game is that they could try to come up with a bunch of bullshit and smoke and mirrors so that they could say, oh, we tried, we was in negotiations, we spoke about this, we did this, but they ain't do shit. They know Errol Spence don't never want to fight this man because they know he's gonna lose. Everybody knows he's gonna lose.
They know what time it is.
He's gonna lose that fight. No matter when they fight, no matter what weight class, he's gonna lose that fight.
They know.
Let me go to Jay. Jay, is Lawrence long enough?
Oh.
Long enough for what? What kind of shit?
Oh my god. They just want to laugh like that. Damn, yo.
I jump on this fight. I jump on. I'm like, what the hell are y'all talking about? I jump in. It's like, what the hell are y'all talking about?
I'll finish the question for you, Jay.
Wait. Before I pass it to him, let me read the super chat. Tyree said, you only do 2 days anyway. Day you go in, day you get out. He talking about the Javante Davis shit. Drew says, pray Hearn signs Wilder to see the Twitter and the LDBC meltdown for him signing with the quote-unquote slave master. That's the next subject I want to cover. Jay, we're hearing that because there's an Eddie Hearn interview out there where he was asked, he basically said that Wilder's fielding offers from other promoters and he's talking to other promoters. Now, that bit of it we knew, but they asked him, yo, did you talk to Wilder? And Eddie Hearn, he was coy about the shit. He was like, maybe I did and maybe I didn't. Do you think Wilder could actually end up at Matchrooms?
No.
Nope.
No question about it. No doubt about it. He had chances to take offers from them before anybody else. He's not going to sign. Honestly, I think he's PBC's his home and he's there to stay. I don't really see him signing to a match.
You don't think he's never going to leave?
No, I don't. I do not. Absolutely.
Wow.
I think like this Andy Ruiz fight, the Stone, it should get down the line eventually. I mean,
you think it is going to happen?
Eventually, yeah, it will. I mean, there may be problems now, but I think it will happen.
Let me go to Julio. Julio, you feel that same way? You think Wilder he there to stay? He not going to go nowhere?
I think there's a possibility. I mean, all the fights where there's any type of money involved are over in Matchroom. And if you listen to Adrian Broner, like, bro, Al Heyman was making him take out the trash or wash the dishes before getting paid. Like, he was giving him an allowance. So if he wants any money, he should consider.
And the worst
Did
part
you
is
say Adrian Broner?
The worst part is he kept dropping it on him every day too. Like every time it would get lower and lower and lower.
Let me go to Leo. Leo, do you feel that same way? Do you think it's too far-fetched that Wilder would leave the PBC to go to Matchroom? Is that too far-fetched for you?
No, but the thing is this. I think Wilder has a legitimate problem with Al Heyman, but I think Al Heyman does have money. So if the thing goes too far, I think Al Heyman is gonna drop a couple of millions of dollars to Wilder to shut him up.
But I think that's the problem is that he has Wilder's money.
Yeah.
Wilder hasn't gotten paid, he said.
But he said that like he didn't have his money at all. Oh, the money
he said he didn't get it right away.
And that what he said. The setback. He said that the setback, right?
Yeah, that was CS News.
No, I think
Wilder
Wilder knows that something is going on. Wilder knows that shit in the PVC is getting sketchy.
Well, yeah, he's not getting paid,
and or the money is it's taking too time to deliver the money.
And this is the first time he's ever complained. I want to add that too. Wilder never complained about this before.
Right, that's true.
That's true.
Not to my knowledge, he hasn't.
I do think Al Heyman has money, but I think it's money he doesn't want to spend yet. That's the thing.
Let me read the super chat. Drew says they making these renegotiating rumors about Spence to distract from the fact that Espinoza was not promoted. If he was exceeding corporate expectations, PBC would get a new deal and a bigger budget. I wanted to talk about that, not just yet. I do want to talk about that because I know that there were people on Twitter who were celebrating that Stephen Espinoza wasn't fired. And what they're not talking about is that 25% of the Showtime staff was laid off. You know, like that's not good, dog. And they're, if you think that they're gonna stop at that 25%, you must have never lived through a merger between two companies. But they're not done. You know, that's just the beginning. They're not done. I'm not saying that Stephen will or won't get fired. I'm just saying that's not the end. That's the beginning. It's the beginning, right?
Sinking.
Yeah, I mean. Now, I want to go to Chaim. Chaim, is that too far-fetched for you? Wilder going to Matchroom?
It's not too far-fetched. I know Wilder has a problem with Eddie Hearn and blah, blah, blah. It's not too far-fetched because, like the other guy just said, all of the big money is on the Matchroom kind of side for Wilder. He's got to wake up and realize that $100 million offer that he ducked, you got to get that back now. This is your last shot. You got to fight Joshua. And if he was smart, which we all know he's not, you will leave Al Heyman, dissolve that contract, and then go fight Wilder and not have to give 25% back to Al Heyman. So this is his only moment of recuperation. This is it. This is his last chance. If he don't make a move now, we know just how stupid Wilder is.
Coach, do you feel that same way?
What you mean? Wilder go to Matchroom?
Yeah, is it too far-fetched for you? Can you?
Yeah, it's too far-fetched, man. You gotta understand, man. This man was talking all of this damn. I just can't see it, bro. Eddie Hearn, the slave master. Joshua's Uncle Tom. He's being pimped by another white man. You know, just imagine what the LDBC is going to say. I mean, this is going to be the death blow. You know, you said all of these things about this guy. And you spoke about the revolution and you being an African warrior, and now you're going to go to Eddie Hearn of all people. You had a whole entire boxing community just really attacking this guy and said all of these things. It just makes him look bad. Yeah, I'll be shocked, bro. I'll be shocked. I'm dead set. I'll be shocked, bro.
I got a different question for Michael. Michael, let's say that news broke tomorrow. What would the narrative then be? You know, from those who support Wilder, but they really don't like Eddie Hearn, they don't like Matchroom, they don't like the Zone. How would they be able to reconcile that within their narrative? You know, narrative that a lot of fans like to spin.
I know exactly what it is. They're gonna be like, listen, AJ's been ducking Wilder for years, so Wilder has to come to AJ. That's what they're gonna do. That's exactly what
I would take it. I would take it a different
and
direction.
Mayweather fighting on the Zone. Fighting on the Zone. That's where the money is, baby.
Yeah,
that's true. His last fight was on the Zone. That is true.
Yeah, we gotta go where the money is, baby. It's Mayweather camp money, remember?
I don't think it's too far-fetched that he goes to Eddie because, you know, I don't think Eddie cares because Eddie's a businessman. He doesn't get his emotions involved. He just wants the money, and he wants to please the fight fans. So you know what I mean?
I want to go to Leo now. I didn't get to ask Leo about Lawrence Okolie. Lawrence Okolie, Sugar Hill Stewart, match made in heaven or match made in hell?
Look, Julius, I think Stewart is going to help, but it's not going to change who Lawrence Okolie is. I don't think so. Someone said a moment ago that he does all that clinching out of desperation. I disagree. I think all that inside game, all that clinching is something that he has drilled for years, probably. That is something that he has practiced. So I don't think Sugar Ray is gonna beat that shit out of him. I don't think so.
You think you think that irrespective of whatever, he's going to stay the same boring fighter?
Yeah, probably.
That's not gonna work at heavyweight though.
No, look, if you change his style, I think it's gonna look better for us. But I think he's gonna get hurt. It's gonna get stopped.
Honestly, I think I'm kind of soured on Okolie, but I will say this: he is a big dominating figure in cruiserweight because of his like somewhat bullying tactics. He'll lean, he'll smother, and he'll overpower his guys. Like if we're talking about like at cruiserweight, I think it's like, hey, use your God-given size. I just think if he carries this over to heavyweight, like you guys said, it won't work just because they're all big as shit over there.
Yeah,
but do you think he beats Bradis? Do you think he beats Bradis right now?
Let me say
As
this.
it is right now, I don't think so.
Let me say this.
Wait.
All the guys who don't think that he stands a chance as a heavyweight, don't you guys think that, you know what, he'll be faster than your average heavyweight? He will.
He will. That's true. That's true. He's got a speed advantage. I'll say that.
Well, I
He's
don't
got
know
how much weight do you think
he'll
he's
have a stamina advantage, though. That's for sure.
Well, he doesn't burn much energy, and look, clinching is tiring for the guy being clinched. Who doing the clinching? Lawrence.
Yep. What's he walk around at? What's his walk around weight?
I think he walks around just like what, 220, 230?
220.
That's pretty big.
But we've never seen him get touched. We've never seen his chin get touched at all. And we expected him to go up to heavyweight and fight who and do what? You put him in there with Andy Ruiz. Andy Ruiz destroys him. I don't see him fighting nobody.
Yeah, but
at top
don't you
level
think that's a big step up high him? That damn from he ain't been touched to all right, let's throw him in there with Andy. That's
a huge step up. But
That's
listen,
way over the top, man.
I throw him in there with Wardley. He's still gonna get knocked the fuck out.
You think Wardley would knock him out?
Yes.
No, he could beat
Wardley hurts
He could
him.
beat Wardley.
And I like.
You think he beats him?
I'm not saying Wardley can't beat
Fabio. I fuck with Fabio, but I'm like that clinch game from Lawrence. Y'all telling me a dude that's 6'6", 6'7", got like an 80-inch wingspan that he can't tie motherfuckers up at heavyweight? Why not?
I'm saying that he's exposed. His arms are too long. He's exposed to getting hurt on the inside. Wardley will destroy him.
In other words, Jules, he's long enough for you.
Boing.
Fuck you, yo.
Honestly, if he wants to move, just put him in there with Dubois. I don't care. Put him in there with Dubois.
All right, let me ask. I'm gonna go to the Daniel Dubois expert. I'm gonna go to Julio. Lawrence Okolie, Daniel Dubois. You don't think Lawrence stands a chance in that fight? Yes or no?
I think Lawrence, having developed that Kronk style, that aggressive behind the jab type style, I think he can be competitive with a lot of heavyweights. Yeah.
How do you like his chances? Or that's what I want to allude to. How do you like his chances as a heavyweight? Because there's members on the panel. They don't think he's going to do all right up there.
Yeah, I think it's all like depending on whether or not he can develop that style. Because as it stands now, the jab and grab shit, that's not going to work, bro. That's not going to work at heavyweight. They're going to fuck you up.
I think Garcia beats him right now.
Garcia is a rare breed, though. And you know what the problem with him is? He's a fun fighter to watch. He's definitely capable. He hits hard as a truck. We all know that. But the man barely fights.
I know.
And what the hell is it? Who's he been fighting at heavyweight?
He's got a fight coming up against some guy. I don't even know who the fuck this guy is. I don't know where they found this guy.
Hey, how do you think Okolie would do against Dubois, man?
I think he beat Dubois. I don't have a high opinion of Daniel Dubois. I feel any fighter with a decent enough jab, if you can set up the right hand behind it, you'll take Daniel out. Kevin Lorena, for those that forgot, Kevin Lorena damn near finished this man. He not no Lawrence Okolie.
Went 10 rounds. I
But
remember
what do you
that
think
fight.
about Wardley? What do you think about Wardley? You think
I
he
think
beats
Wardley needs. Listen, I know Lawrence is not pleasing to the eye, but that dude got an amateur background. Fabio don't have that. He got white collar fights.
That's what I'm thinking of. That's what
He
I'm saying.
doesn't. He doesn't have an amateur background, but once you hit him one time and he turn on you, you can't run around and now start holding and playing those stupid games that Lawrence Okolie does. That's what you gonna look like dog shit out there. I think Wardley hurts him and he stays hurt.
I mean, one thing, the most valid point that I've heard so far, which is true, he ain't been hit by nobody. He ain't been hit. He ain't fought nobody.
Yeah, nobody.
So far that really hit. And you know Mavis Breedis could punch. You know Garcia could punch, even though he's not there, but he can punch.
Yeah, and the other thing, Julius, this is just anecdotal, but I want to share either way. I just feel that Lawrence Okolie physically is not going to be bankable for a very long time because Lawrence Okolie is a vegetarian.
Oh
my
no!
God.
Yeah, that's
no. I'm
Dog,
with you.
come
I'm
on.
with you. I know. Look, I don't want to give the vegetarians a bad name, right? But Brian Baba Jennings was a vegetarian.
I
They
think he's
already
a
got
vegan.
it.
I think he's a vegan, not a vegetarian.
That's even worse.
Worse, bro.
Yeah, you don't even drink milk.
Look,
you drink fucking processed soy.
ahead of the Bivol fight, he became a vegetarian.
Look what happened. He lost.
That shit is not good
That
for
is
you,
not
bro.
good for a boxer. That's not good for a boxer.
No,
That's not good for an athlete.
He said
Yeah, it's not good for an athlete at all. I agree
You
with you.
need some of that prime cut beef steak, man.
In order for you to be sharp, you got to eat shit that used to have a soul.
Yeah.
Beans don't have a soul. Legumes and
Man,
shit.
listen, what this man needs, what it needs is a Vegemite diet.
Bro, he need to eat shit that used to have a spirit. Drew says Espinoza went from reporting directly to the CEO and is now 3 levels below, and his new boss reports to the sports chairman who reports to a CEO. You can't tell that to those guys, Drew, because they don't know the pecking order.
Oh,
They're
God.
just happy that he still has a job.
I hope not, man.
Yo, Jules, the last successful vegetarian fighter to me was Timothy Bradley.
Yeah.
Was he a vegetarian?
Yeah, he was.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but that's
yeah, nah. Lawrence needs to.
I don't know if it was vegan or
He needs to eat
vegetarian.
a fried bologna and cheese off a styrofoam plate. That's the diet that he needs to maintain.
Exactly. Drew said Jake Paul will be WBC ranked, fight for the belt in 2024. We'll see, bro, because come on, bro. Like, you think he gonna beat Lunga Makabu? Come on now, like, be real, bro. Like, you gonna be ready for that guy by next year? I don't think so, bro. Nah,
bro.
We can't allow 2 championship fighters from Russia.
Man,
Sorry, Canada, India, and California. But we're gonna let fucking transgender fight, and we're gonna let this fucking YouTuber fight. Okay, good. Thanks, Mauricio.
Drew says Okolie. What y'all think about Lawrence Okolie versus Junior 5? He can't beat that guy.
He can beat Junior 5. He got knocked out in the round by Pastor Lucas Brown.
Like, I'm not saying he does
Jesus
bad at
Christ.
heavyweight, but he doesn't beat the top tier guys.
I mean, I don't think his chances are as bad as people let on because of the speed advantage. And having a speed advantage at heavyweight, that's critical, bro. If you can get the right hand off faster than the other guy, you land that punch and he don't see it, it's an instant knockout, bro.
But how much speed are we talking about?
Man Bacol.
I said, look, you put him in, like, I dig what y'all saying, because what I don't think he gonna be is durable. You not showing durability. Not that you don't have it. We literally have not even seen it tested to know if you have it. We have it. As soon as a guy gets within striking distance of you, you tie him up. I ain't seen him take no real punches from nobody, So I don't think he'll be durable as a heavyweight for that reason. That if you could take the shots, we would have seen you take the shots by now. What we see you do is panic and clinch. That's what we see you do.
Plus, historically, very few cruiserweights actually had huge amounts of success in heavyweight.
Yeah, honestly.
Holyfield, Usyk, maybe Adamic. I mean, I'm sorry, Adamic. Yeah.
Did Okolie and Riakporh really get into it at the Creeper Bear?
Oh yeah, they did. They was scrapping.
That's build up for a future fight. How much y'all want to bet?
Of course it is, bro. Of course it is.
I like
Of course
it.
it is.
I
No
like
doubt about it.
I like that fight.
They was on
like
an interview. They was on an interview a few weeks ago. Remember? They was on an interview, the face to face.
That's the natural fight for Scott to make. Is now that they got Lawrence over there, that's the natural fight to make.
I got no problem with that.
Is Lawrence struggling to make the weight?
Yes,
that's
he
a
is.
very
Yes,
good question.
He is, right?
He is.
So
I thought
is he
he
going
was
to go
too.
heavyweight or cruiser though?
You said is Lawrence struggling with the weight?
Yeah, is Lawrence struggling with the weight?
He's not eating nothing but lettuce. How the fuck is he struggling with the weight?
He said he's struggling with the weight.
He's a damn rabbit at this point. Jeez.
Bro, if you a Vegemite and you still struggling with the weight, you might as well just drop that belt and go to cruise. I mean, go
apparently,
to
apparently, Bradley is a vegan, and that dude's fat now. So I don't know.
Is he still a vegan? I don't think so.
Maybe he deep fries his vegetables.
What belt does he have? Is he gonna get mandatory status when he moves up?
WBO.
He got the BO. Nah, but you know what? It don't happen that way, bro. Like the guys that got that shit, Usyk, Crawford, they became undisputed first.
Yeah, they has to get like super champion status.
They don't,
That's what I'm asking. Isn't Lawrence super champion at WBO
No,
right
he's
now?
not.
No, he's not.
He's had 2 title defenses. That's it. So
Now, Jules, that's something I wanted to ask you. Is it possible to get super status even if you've never been undisputed for WBO?
I believe that you have to petition for it. That's the first thing.
Right.
But they got to look at it. And I'm like, when I look at Lawrence, his reign as a champion, ain't nothing happened in that shit. What happened? What did he do that they would give him super status? What did he do?
He only made like 2 defenses, right? Or 3? Or
2 defenses, but they'll give him a high ranking when he moves up, like what they did with Shakur.
Yeah, so they're not going. I don't think they're going to make him mandatory right away.
They'll probably put him in top 5 at least.
He'll still have to fight somebody, is what I see.
Yeah, let me ask you a question, Jules. When do you think he's going to move up? Because we're talking about a hypothetical move up to heavyweight. I'm just trying to figure because he's still got a lot of things to prove at cruiserweight.
Well, look, the other thing is Jay telling them guys, who mic is that?
Not mine.
Not me.
Jay is telling them guys, Jay Opataya is telling them, yo, you got to fight in Australia to fight me. So I don't even know if that shit gonna happen. It's a quote out there. So like, okay, let's say you're not gonna fight Jay. Is you gonna fight Arsene Goulamarian? Are you gonna unify with anybody? Because there's only so many unification fights you can have. Lunga Makabu is preoccupied. Jay saying you got to come to Australia to fight me. That only leave Arsene Goulamarian. If you leave that division and you don't unify shit, forget that super status, bro. You ain't getting that. You get a number 6 rank, number 5 rank, because the other thing is, don't forget who the WBO is in bed with. They in bed with Frank. And who's interim champion? Smoking Joe Joyce. You think Lawrence want to fight that guy?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, like who does he fight?
I think heavyweight. First of all, heavyweight, that's the fucking bridge too far. Like these guys are moving up to like a class that's like you got guys like over 6'5" and like way over 250 pounds, bro. Like Bridgerweight is more in his wheelhouse.
You think he'll go to Bridgerweight? You think he'll go there?
Yeah, he'll probably fuck around and go there.
Bridgerweight is still only official for the WBC, ain't it? I mean,
yeah, but he
got to fight the winner of. If he go to Bridgerweight, right? The fight is already going to go down. It's already going to go down in Poland. The Polish promoter won the purse bid. Alen Babic got to go to Poland, right, for the Bridgerweight title. It's vacant. Oscar don't have it no more. And you got to think about it. If Alen win the fight, all right. So what Lawrence going to go do? He going to go to Matchroom? He going to go to Matchroom that he just left. If Alen Babic end up with that belt, what's going to happen?
Man,
it's only one.
It
ain't even really a division, bro. It's one belt.
Not really a division, bro.
It's not a division. It's one belt and it's WBC.
I just don't see him as a heavyweight.
Does he even beat Babic? Does he beat Babic?
I think he could beat Babic. Come on now, let's not be silly now. He could beat Babic. Let's not be silly.
I just don't think he beats anybody in top 10. Babic is a glorified
club fighter, bro.
He beat Glavatsky. That's all right. He beat Glavatsky. He used to be a champion. He used to hold a BO. That's who Usyk won it from. That's a good scalp. It's not a great scalp.
If he can't clinch Babic, does he still beat him? If he can't clinch Babic, if Babic keep moving, does he still beat him?
Babic is mad little for that division, bro. He's 6'1".
He's little for Bridgerweight, you said?
Yeah, he is.
He's 6'1", bro.
I think he beats Babic, man. I definitely think.
I think he beats Babic. I think he does. But if he can't clinch Babic, does he still beat him?
I don't think he could beat him if he being real, because Babic fight like a maniac. He do fight like a man. He don't box, bro. He just go in there and go fucking crazy.
Yeah, we know.
And he got a new trainer, by the way, for those that don't know.
Who'd he get?
He got a guy named Coach Chill. I never heard of him.
Coach
He's supposed to be from Baltimore.
Joe Chill, the guy who killed Batman's parents?
That the one in the same that guy. Joe Chill. He got him. I seen him work in the midst. For those that don't believe me, it's on Alen Babic's page. He said I hired a trainer. His name is Coach Chill. He said he got a good background. He from Baltimore. That's what he said.
He's the quiet second cousin of the Riddler, man.
Fuck it.
Nah, he's Mr. Freeze's brother.
That's kind of who Kel Brook hired before the Terrence Crawford fight. Did he hire some Hispanic guy on Instagram or something?
Nah. It's not that guy. It's not that guy. It's
No,
not
it's not that guy. But it's kind of like he just hired some random dude on social media that he found. Before.
Hey, what? I mean, why don't he fight Dorticos?
Yo, where is Dorticos, bro?
I don't know where he is.
I know,
man. They fell off the face of the earth, man.
He fell into the abyss after he lost.
That dude is fun to watch, bro. Where is he at?
And he's ranked highly in the division,
Man,
I think.
I hate it when fighters
who's he
just go
with?
away.
He's not with nobody, bro. He not with nobody. That's why. That's why he not with nobody, bro. No,
I thought he'd be with Wasserman or fucking what South.
He destroyed TMT, and now Bradis destroyed him.
My God, he's a Cuban fighter. What the fuck they gonna do with him in Europe? They whole shit is.
But isn't the Cruiserweight just Eurocentric like division?
It is. But it is though. Like it's mad K's and Z's and everybody last name up there.
Exactly.
Well, he's Irish. Like he has Irish nationality.
Who does?
Dorticos.
He does?
Yeah.
No, we don't. I'm having
He's about as Irish as I am French, and I ain't waving the white flag just yet.
Yo, where Mark at, bro? You gotta confirm that shit. Ask him if he's seen Dorticos around.
Irish, then I'm an essay.
Wow, man.
If he Irish, then I'm an essay.
Yo, you got Mark's number? Ask him.
Yo, that was funny.
Yo, matter of fact, Ireland is a small ass country, so if he is Irish, I'm gonna ask the next Irish person I talk to. They'll know, like, no, he's not Irish. Hasn't been here. I don't know him.
Ask Mark if he ever comes back.
That's pretty good. That wasn't a bad accent.
And I'm because I'm part Irish. But yeah, yo, he need to come back because he could kill a lot of bullshit in the cruiserweight division. Like he really could. Like he's a threat to everybody, bro. He's a threat to anybody that got a belt. He's a threat.
Yo, Jules, does Okolie beat Jay Opataya?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No. Let me tell you, honestly, that's a 50-50 fight because Jay moves. Jay don't need to be.
I got Jay.
I got Jay winning that fight.
After the way Jay looked against Maris Bridis, man, I'm leaning towards him myself.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But you got to realize too that a fight with Maris Bridis and a fight with Lawrence is very different because they built different. They built very different. Maris Bridis is not a tall, long cruiserweight. He don't fight like that. He need to get close to you to get off the punches. Lawrence don't. Lawrence will hit you with some shit from the outside if he let his hands go. So it is a different fight. But I lean a little bit, and I'm not married to the prediction. I lean towards Jay a little bit. One, he is southpaw. Two, he not stationary. He move around. And
he's a counterpuncher, though. He's a counterpuncher. He's going to go off of those long limbs.
And he's quick. So it's not like he need to be right up on Lawrence to touch him with different punches. Even if they not hard punches, he could still touch him with some shit. Lawrence, he'll be fumbling around trying to do some bull. That's the old Lawrence. We don't know what Sugar Hill Lawrence gonna look like. We don't know.
He's not gonna change after one fight, though.
Yeah.
Bro, look at I don't like Tyson Fury, but he did change at the one camp with Sugar Hill.
Okay. But that's Wilder. He did that too.
Yeah.
And he already knew that style.
You fighting a fighter with no skills.
He had been over there training.
Did he do that with Dylan White? Did he do that?
Nah, he didn't. You're right.
Dennis Boston says he was told Daniel Kinahan actually listens to your channel. No joke.
Yo, I love it.
That's cool.
I'll fuck with Daniel, man. You need to hire me. If you want me to murk some people, I have no problem.
I wouldn't be saying that live on television. I don't think that's protected by free
speech.
I
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I don't think that's protected under the fucking amendment or the
Constitution.
I wouldn't do that.
Daniel, get me to Dubai. Daniel, if you listening, get me to Dubai, bro. And I'll take care of their ass. I don't have no problem. No problem. No problem.
Harlem in the building.
Go to Dubai, baby. He says Danny Kaye is kind of like their Big Meech in Ireland.
Now listen, I'm gonna still be based out of America. If you murk a motherfucker in Dubai, that's not a crime.
You want to go to Dubai, baby?
Look, to somewhat go back to like the topic of boxing, even though I love our conversation. I mean, hey, Jay with his broken jaw won a world title. I mean, he got hard, man. I don't know.
He's got heart.
He ain't, and Lawrence
I
ain't.
put him
Lawrence
over him.
ain't never. Lawrence never had to deal with nothing like that. If you think about the
Yeah.
adversity in that fight, he never had to deal with no shit like that.
What has Lawrence ever had to deal with?
And
What has he
again,
ever dealt with?
Legit, that's a real
What has
question.
he ever dealt with?
Legit,
I mean, what we should
It's
be
not a
asking, who was
fight.
his toughest fighter? Like,
bro.
who was his
It's
Yeah,
toughest-
not a,
we don't even know.
listen, we could say who the toughest fighter was per se on paper, which was Glavatsky because he used to be a champion. But when you see the fight, it wasn't nothing tough about that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
what has he ever went through?
nothing. Like, really?
They say
Or-
the difference. They say the
cravings?
difference between a chump and a champion is adversity. What adversity has he ever seen?
And wait a minute. The other thing is, don't forget, I think it doesn't get said enough that Lawrence is not the man at Cruiserweight. Y'all know that, right? He's not the lineal. He's not that guy.
Yeah,
Jay is the lineal. Jay is the guy.
Opataya is the guy.
So
that's right. Jules said my name.
Plus, like the one thing I like about Jay, this is kind of like that distinction between Jay versus Okolie. Jay is fundamentally solid. That's what I like about him. Like, unlike Okolie, who in my opinion, I mean, again, I don't know how he's going to look post Sugar Hill, but he's not fundamentally solid from what I've been seeing for like the last 4.5 years.
honestly, I think the biggest thing that he has going for him is that he's gangly and it works for him. That's it. That he's very wiry, awkward.
Yeah,
and you know he's long.
Yeah, but it's worked for him with the opposition that he's faced.
That's also
getting
true.
there when a Usyk or somebody like that, they gonna expose your bitch ass.
But then, Chaim, I'm gonna ask you a question. If you feel that way about Lawrence, how do you like his chances with Richard Riakporh? Because Richard Riakporh is more textbook. We know he hit hard.
Sound. Yeah,
we know he hit hard, and we know he could go to the body. Do you think Richard can beat him?
I think he has a chance. I think he has a chance of beating him. Yeah, I think Lawrence Okolie has too many question marks. There's too many question marks. He's never even been punched in the face.
He hasn't though. Like that's being real. Let me take that to Julio. Richard Riakporh, Lawrence Okolie. Does Richard stand a legitimate chance, or is Lawrence going to spoil?
Yeah, I think it's a 50-50 fight, but I do lean towards Lawrence. I think Lawrence is just gonna do what he does to everyone with him, bro. I feel like he's just gonna end up being Lawrence.
He's not a little guy.
Jab and grab.
Richard is not a little guy.
He's
though.
6'5". He's a big guy, man.
That's true.
And
I think this will be a good.
How many big guys
test
have
for-
Lawrence fought?
Hold on, I think this will be a good.
That's the point I'm making. That a lot of them guys wasn't
They're
really
small.
that big.
Like this will be a good acid test for how he'll do a heavyweight. I think.
Do you guys
Yeah,
know?
I agree with that.
Do you guys know Okolie's reach? Because I think Richard has like a 77-inch reach. He's not a little guy.
Lawrence's reach is about 80. I believe it's 80. And I'm saying that the guys we seen, with the exception of Isaac Chamberlain, who he's tall, but he not. When you look at him, he not a big guy. Like he a tall guy. He like a Kevin Garnett type guy. Like you tall, but you're not really poised. You don't got the girth.
82.5.
Pause.
Oh jeez. Oh god.
Yo, you know,
Hey, B, I'm just saying that he not a brolic type dude. He's not stocky. Like he's not stocky. And the other guys I see Lawrence in there with, yo, look at them guys. A lot of them is smaller than him. A lot of them. Like Glavatsky wasn't even really. He wasn't a big guy. The Riakporh kid, he high level to Lawrence Okolie. So can he spoil if he dealing with somebody that got the same dimensions or close to the same dimensions as him? This will probably be the first time we see that.
Well,
That's
plus
what I'm
keep in
saying.
mind, and another factor that I think was mentioned earlier on, like it's almost been what, a year and a half since Okolie last fought.
Yeah,
But
he fighting David Light though. Don't get it twisted. He got a mandatory. And it's an Australian cat. Not to say that he's not a good fighter, but it's like he should be able to take care of that guy. He should. So it ain't like he gonna go into a Riakporh fight with ring rust or nothing like that. It ain't like that.
I mean, speaking of this David Light cat, y'all, like he got this spot by beating Brandon Gladden on that.
And some people don't think he really
I was
beat him.
just about to say it. I have a credible source who knows it. He swears up and down that Light lost that fight and Gladden got robbed that night.
So, I want to let Mirage in on the action. Everybody love a good Mirage argument.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, Mirage. Wait. Just converse. We're not talking about the same old bullshit anyway. We talking about Cruiserweight.
Real quick, I just wanted to add that Brandon Gladden is in South Florida sparring with Lawrence right now.
Look at that.
Who is Brandon?
Together.
Wow.
What was his
Brandon
last name?
Clinton.
You said
Clinton.
Phil?
I just feel like if you mention Benavidez, he just comes in like Kool-Aid man.
Oh,
All right,
no.
all right, Mirage. Shout out to Mirage. Mirage,
Shout out to me.
what you think about Lawrence Okolie, man? Just give me a general overview of that fighter and what you think about
Yeah,
him.
I don't give a fuck about him, to be honest. I'm not interested.
Yeah, that's the thing with Mirage. He don't got no other fighters that he supports.
No, I wanted to
Wants
talk
to
about.
talk about David
Yeah, he's
again.
gonna
I
start
know. I
talking
wanted to
about
talk
Come
about.
on,
Benavidez.
fam.
Hang on, not about Benavidez. I want to talk about this guy called Terence Crawford. Do you want to talk
Here
about
we
that?
go.
Okay, here we
Dude,
go.
Come on,
come
man.
Here we
on,
go.
man.
Here we go.
Like,
He's
we
just
talking
gonna
about
bag
something
on
else?
Crawford.
Because I'm a
You
little
know.
bit confused. I'm a
What
little
about
bit
Wood
We
confused.
know.
I
Go
want,
ahead,
Go ahead,
I'm waiting.
Mirage.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm
Yeah, he
waiting.
ducked
I
Go
want
ahead,
Spence. He ducked
Jules. I
Spence.
want
He
Jules
ducked
to help
Spence,
me
right?
out to settle the confusion. So, is it true? Is it true that Crawford is on the record saying he doesn't think the fight with Spence is ever going to happen? Is that a fact?
I
There
believe
is.
that is.
I read something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
a
I
ways
believe that
back.
is
I
a
did.
fact.
Is it
I did.
also true that he's on the record saying, "I don't need this fight for my legacy"?
That's
I
a fact.
read
We
that.
all know
I
that
read
that's
that.
a
That's a
fact.
fact.
Yes,
What's your
We all
point?
know
yeah,
that that's a
that's true,
fact.
Mirage.
Is it also a fact that only a few months ago he rejected a contract
Get to your point.
from Heyman and Spence? Is that a
Wait a
Get to your
minute.
point.
No.
Let me answer the question. No, that's not a fact.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you messed up at. And where I could turn it around on you is, you know, that Errol said the same things that you're bringing up about Terrence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on.
You know that, right?
Crawford is on the
Oh,
record
hang on.
giving
Yeah,
the
right.
reasons
Errol,
why
all
he
right,
rejected the contract.
Mirage. If we're gonna be adults, if you're saying that that's an indictment on Crawford, which it can be,
Oh.
that same indictment can be made about Errol because he said the same things.
Well, I want to know, because I'm pretty sure he's actually on the record explaining why he rejected the contract. So he clearly rejected a contract a few
So
months.
was
That's all I want to
Errol.
know.
So was
Is it a
Errol.
fact?
All right. First and
Mirage.
We
foremost,
can
Let him
get
speak.
to Errol later.
Let
We
him
can get
speak,
to Errol
bro.
later.
all right.
So,
First, he's not on record saying that he rejected the contract. That's not what he said. He said that he told Al Heyman, since the fight wasn't going to happen last year, he would take a tune-up fight. At which point, Al Heyman gave him an ultimatum, knowing that the fight wasn't going to happen till this year. If you're going to talk about what's actually on record, that's what's on record.
Exactly.
hang on. So he rejected the contract in order to have a tune-up fight. Is that what
He
you're
didn't
saying?
reject
No,
the
he didn't
contract.
reject the contract.
Like, that's
So
what's
he,
on record. All right, Mirage, I'll see you, bro. I'll see you, bro.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
told you.
God damn.
stupid, bro. Like
This
I'm
ridiculous.
trying to talk to him, but he just like I
No,
don't like.
he's fixated on like, oh, it's Terrence's fault. And he doesn't give a shit what anybody
Yeah,
It's
says.
just revisionist history. It's
Yeah,
more, let me
that's
rearrange
bullshit.
everything.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
fuck
how
it
you
up.
gonna say it? Like, okay, if it was just Terrence that said that, then yeah, that looked bad. But it was Errol saying that before, and after Terrence said it.
No,
So
but
it's like,
it's still
My
Terrence's
God,
fault, though.
it's like
still
Yeah,
Terrence's fault.
Mirage
you're
just
picking and
made me look
choosing.
bad, yo.
It's still Terrence's
Mirage
fault,
just
though.
made me look bad. Like, damn.
I mean,
Nah, you good, fam.
let
It's
me
just like
read
Mirage
the
is an
super.
idiot.
Let me read the beer money. Let me
We
read the beer
tried to
money. Shout
warn
out.
you, man. We
All
tried
right,
to
let me read the beer money. Real Talk said salute to my man. Real Talk, Will Boxing. Mirage believes David Benavidez beats Usyk. He probably does. Probably does.
Yeah, David was trying to make the Crawford Spence fight happen. He was in the negotiation room.
Yeah,
I mean, honestly, Jules, to keep it to keep it a buck, as one of my favorite people on this channel likes to say, honestly, this isn't a conversation worth getting invested in anymore, because this is a dead horse that's been beaten so much. It looks like
the other thing is, let me say this, Avo. For the longest time, which is why I personally, I don't really have patience for it anymore. I said this isn't going to happen. I said they're not going to fight, and Errol will one day move up. And then the story's going to become Terrence has to go to 154. It's like I called this 3-4 years ago. Here we are. Enough.
Exactly.
Which is why that segment you did was pointless. No disrespect to you, but I know you have a responsibility to doing boxing news. But it was like it's going nowhere, bro.
No, and that's why I asked Coach, because Coach was in Omaha. He was in Omaha the other day. He was over there with Bomac and Terrence, his pictures. And he just said it, yo, dog. I can't say much, but I spoke to Terrence and he showed me all the missed calls, that they cannot get a call back from Al Heyman and the PBC. All right. If y'all don't believe me, the pictures is up on his Instagram. All right. He was up there in Omaha not but a few days ago with Bo Mack and Bernie the Boxer and Terrence himself. I'm going to take his word for it because I'm like, this is all the things that I said was going to happen. It's all the things. Like, I don't got no reason.
What we going to do now? We going to call Coach a liar now?
Exactly, like what? Like, come on, B. Like, enough already. Like,
again, I'm a fan of a couple of sports. I love football, I love wrestling, I love MMA, I love a lot of sports, right? But this is the one sport that I have ever been a part of that everyone loves to argue hyperboles and what should be and could be, as opposed to what's actually been shown and said.
And that's why I had to cut it short because it's not like I'm lying about what I said. It's not like I'm reaching. I said. Didn't Errol say the same things? We all know the answer. Yes, he did. So if you're not mature enough to acknowledge that, okay, Crawford said those things, but Errol did too. What the fuck you want me to sit here and talk to you about? They both said the same things.
Now, to play devil's advocate, now mind you, I love playing devil's advocate, but he says we can't criticize Crawford. Here you go. Crawford should have given up on Spence 2.5 years ago.
I agree.
There you go. I've now criticized Crawford. I believe he's wasted too much of his life and too much of his boxing career focusing on a man who does not want to fight.
I agree.
You know what the other thing is too? You know what the other thing is too? The truth. Here's the thing that gets lost.
The truth.
The truth doesn't work that way. The truth is there is someone to blame. And the reason you want it to be Crawford is because it don't look that way. The truth is Errol is to blame. Al Heyman is to blame. The onus to do this fight is on y'all. If he not with Bob, which y'all didn't want Bob to be involved, right? Bob is not involved. You don't got to worry about Bob. You don't got to worry about ESPN, and you still couldn't do it. If it was Eddie Hearn, right? Let's swap out Al Heyman for Eddie Hearn. Who would get the blame for the fight not happening?
Oh, Eddie Hearn would be crucified.
By far. They would have told you everything wrong about Eddie Hearn and how he's not letting these two black fighters make money together and all this bullshit. They would have came, come on. We all know it would have been bullshit.
Exactly.
I like to bring this. Sorry to cut you off. I was just gonna say because I just like bringing this point up, and people like particularly from one side of the street like to get on me about this. But 4 years ago when they pulled up, Errol Spence gave you his rest schedule. And it's been fucking verbatim. It's been like Nostradamus. Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, supposed to be Manny, but Manny lost. It's like everything has gone exactly as was predicted by Nostradamus Heyman himself.
That's why it's nothing. And see, thank you, Avo, because off of that alone, there's nothing to argue about, bro. Your mind does not, that person's mind, I would say, and every Errol Spence Jr.'s fans' mind. It won't allow them to process what's right in front of them. That Errol been put distance between himself and Crawford. He been did that. He told y'all what he was going to do. He was on camera when he said it. And you still trying to find ways to make it other people's fault. It's like you in an abusive relationship and your friends is telling you, yo, this person is bad for you, and you don't want to listen. All right, go get your ass beat some more then.
I got hit by the door. I walked into the door.
But put the cherry on it himself. Remember y'all he asked? He goes, he ain't mentioned Terrence, huh? He didn't.
He didn't.
To bring up one of my favorite YouTube channels, the boy Coach Malachi. I love him. I tune in every day. He brought up this conversation point today. Confirmation bias. That's all that I've been seeing for like the past 4 years. Confirmation bias.
Yeah,
Can I add something? So like Thomas Lamana, he's a fighter / promoter who's worked with PBC. He came out and said like the PBC planned shit out ahead they planned shit out way ahead of time. So Crawford was never in the equation, and that's what people don't understand. Like he was never next.
And how many fellas? One at a time. How many times have I said that I believe that somewhere there's a dry erase board that maps out the next 12 to 24 months at the PBC? How many times have I said that?
He literally said that's how they that's in their contracts. Like, if you win this fight, you'll get this fight and this fight.
I've been said that somewhere based on how they do things. See, boxing is in the moment, the way that boxing should be, and good promoters. Boxing is in the moment. That means that the plan might have been for Chaim to lose to Julio, but if Chaim win, we got to work with that. Then fuck it, that's what we got to do. Yes. Or if this shit is not popping right now, we got to tweak it, but that's what we got to do. Case in point, Terry Harper, right? She was supposed to be the one that did all the shit. Not Terry Harper, but Alicia came along,
and knocked her the fuck
So
out.
now what we got to adjust this. We got to put Alicia in that plan. That's
And it
how
seems like the PBC don't adjust. It seems like they still keep going on
They're
with
too
bullshit.
rigid, and that's why they're falling off.
Yeah, it seems like they just keep
yeah,
going forward.
Market. Like they
it's that they once they have a fighter that doesn't pan out right, the idea is not to put him on other fights that could develop him. It's to put him on the shelf.
It is.
Because
Look at what happened to Rayo. Rayo gets Rayo'd, right? You got a young guy, De Los Santos. He comes in here, he gets a victory that he not supposed to get. Where the fuck is he now? Where is he?
I make a joke about this all the time. Terrence Crawford turned down 35% of nothing, and Errol Spence turned down 50% of $50 million.
Basically.
100% of 50 million.
How come Terrence Crawford?
Well, 50%. Yeah, you're right. Because if it was going to be 25 million each, and he turned it down. Incredible.
I mean, it's no argument to have, bro. If you want to keep, all I know is what is relevant, because this can't be argued, or when the time comes, you won't be able to argue it. He's gonna lose soon. It's not going to be German. I don't think it's going to be.
Who's gonna lose? Who's gonna lose?
Errol.
Oh yeah,
gonna lose soon, bro.
Yes,
It's not gonna be next. It's not gonna be next. And after he lose, none of this shit, none of these arguments is gonna matter. The same as Wilder. None of that shit is gonna matter, and he's gonna lose soon.
Does he lose or does he retire? Does he lose or does he retire?
Hey, Jules, Rachel and Donito in the chat, they said you were right about Ioka.
I told.
Yep.
Yo, listen, Rachel. I seen who y'all fighting. Did not tell you it's gonna be Santiago. The no fuss, no much. Not only did I say Ioka not gonna fight Junto, because he know Junto will fuck him up. He'll do something else. I don't know what he'll do, but he'll do something else. He won't fight Junto. And I told Rachel, yo, look, the Maloney's probably don't want no problems. They don't know if they could take that left hook. They gonna go in another direction where they could be the A side. They gonna go in another direction, and y'all gonna end up with Santiago from Mexico.
Are they fighting Santiago? Is that confirmed yet?
That's the fight.
That's what they're working on.
Damn. I just seen the boxing scene article. I'm like, bro, this is what I said. Like, I'm psychic. Like, y'all don't want to believe me, but I'm not from this planet, bro. That's why when them Russians start to go crazy, I'm out of here, bro. I'll come back in 50 years.
So
sadly, I'm biased on that topic.
Ioka's fighting Franco again, but now no belts are on. It's not a unification.
It's not a unification, but it's like if you Ioka and you've been around for a long time, right? You know what you see in Junto. You know, he not here to play with you, bro. Like, this is not Kosei Tanaka, bro. You ain't gonna be no 12th round. This dude gonna fuck you up. He know that. And here, know that. But that's also why I don't even know how you gonna do against Franco. Why? If you was gonna beat Franco, it would have been last year when he was coming off of inactivity.
I was actually picking him to beat Franco. I
picked him to beat Franco.
I picked him too, but Franco
if
will get him this
if
time.
you was gonna beat Franco, it would have been last year. If you couldn't do it then, the only thing that's saving Ioka, let's say this. Ioka is a smart fighter. He's not a gung-ho, I'ma just throw bullshit. He is the kind of guy that, you know what, he can make adjustments. He did. He made an adjustment in which was it? The Mietes fight. Mietes got that controversial decision the first time a couple of years ago. He had the rematch a couple of years later. He whooped his ass. And I could only give Mietes maybe a round, 2 rounds. So credit to him. That's the only chance that he has. That rematches tend to favor the fighter that can make the most adjustments. Looking at Franco, looking at Ioka, I see this is the kind of guy that makes adjustments more than this guy. But Franco is not little for Superfly neither. He big for Super. They look like they was in different divisions when they was fighting. Franco burly for Superfly. So we gonna see.
I think Junto beats everybody.
I mean, you think he beat Chocolatito?
Yes.
At this stage, probably
yes. Yes.
Chaco's getting older, man.
Don't be biased, Jules. Yes. Don't be biased.
Chaco, he's getting up there, man. He's getting
Jules
up there.
has that look like, should I be biased?
Come on, man.
Yo, you see Jules' face when you said that shit? That shit was hilarious.
But I'm just wondering if Chaco's still
having enough savvy. That shit was funny as fuck.
Get past Junto. Does he still have enough savvy? You know what
I'm saying, look, Junto looked like he probably gonna cap out. He looked like he gonna cap out probably at I'm gonna say Bantam.
Bantam?
Cause he tall for Superfly. He like 5'8" or some shit. That's tall for a 115-pound man. That's tall. And he tall for Superfly. So I think he'll top out at 118, like the next division. That'll be his ceiling. I don't think he could really go to 2-2 and rock out with them guys up there. I don't. But Bantam, that's probably where he'll top out. And that's not even yet because he just now getting to 115. So, you know what I mean? But I told you, Rachel, fucking told you, it's going to be Santiago and Ioka. He don't want no problems with Junto. I see it, and he sees it.
Again, Nostradamus Jules, man.
I tell y'all, man, I'm a fucking alien. Y'all won't believe me. When the shit hit the fan, I'm going to go to the moon for 50 years. Y'all don't even know I got a base up there.
Man, you said Lee Wood was going to duck Lara, and look what happened.
No, I didn't say that. No, I didn't. I never. No. I never said that. I said he should. I said he should. I did say that. Like, yo, why you fighting him? For what? You crazy?
Everybody knows he's crazy. But he had the heart to actually stand up.
He's saying he's gonna stand in the pocket. He's gonna stand in the middle, and he's gonna bang it out with him.
Yo, that's crazy.
They're very confident, bro.
That's
like
insane,
have
yo.
you ever seen the YouTube channel, Wiley's Art of Boxing? That YouTube channel that does like the film studies and shit. So like Ben Davison has been using him for like to like create game plans. Like he helped them with the Taylor Ramirez fight. No, yeah, he helped them with the Taylor Ramirez fight.
Okay.
To set he saw how everyone
Ramirez,
can see how Ramirez runs into shots,
basic,
but
Ramirez is way more basic than a Lara.
That is no.
unorthodox.
I disagree.
I think he is.
Look. I don't look. Wait, Chaim. Let's agree on this. Is Ramirez a dynamic boxer? No, but he is more dynamic than Lara. Lara is just punching power and brute force.
No. That's I disagree with that.
I think
Lara is more than punching power and brute force.
I
Lara
have a question, guys.
Go ahead, Leo.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, don't worry. We talk about a lot in this channel about resumes and performances. Why are we here talking about Lara like he hasn't been stopped before?
That was a long time ago.
But that was like when he was like a kid, though. Like
that was a long time ago.
Yeah, and you know, in Mexico, a lot of them early in their career, they get overmatched.
What we saw from Lara was exceptional. What we saw from Lara was exceptional. That's why we talking about him like he a giant. Because what we saw from him, we saw it and we were impressed by it, but we also didn't see a way around it. We don't see how you get past Lara. Warrington will never beat Lara. Warrington will never beat this guy.
That is like I'll concede. I will concede this, Chaim, that I do agree with that. I don't see a lot of guys at that weight that make it past him. I don't.
Yeah, I don't see it either.
I think he's that dude.
Alberto Lopez.
Now that Navarrete's gone, who the fuck is going to stand up to that guy?
What about Raymond Ford? He has the style.
The style. I'll give you that, but don't you think he needs? Like I'll say, I will.
He needs a couple fights.
I think he needs 2 to 3 fights, which means he needs a year.
When you get hit by Mauricio Lara, you stay hit. I don't give a fuck about your foot movement and all that bullshit. When this motherfucker walk up on you and hit you, you fucked.
But also, people forget like Lara's 10 years younger than Lee Wood. The dude is only 24. Like
I didn't even know that.
He's not. I listen. Julio, I fell for that too. That dude is not 24,
dog.
my God.
That's some Cuban shit, bro.
That's bullshit.
30. That's because they fucked up at BoxRec. He 32.
Okay, is that his actual age?
Yeah,
like my God, look at his face.
No, I mean, 23-year-old.
Where did you find out? Where did you find out that he was 32? Where did you see that? I saw 24. I saw 24 on Matchroom.
All right,
I saw 30 on Matchroom.
No, listen. I see 32. Somebody posted the screenshot. I do concede. I think it was Matchroom that had him at 24. No, it was BoxRec that had him at 24, and it was the Zone that had him at 32.
they had him at 30 for when versus that guy that.
Bro, look at his face. Does he look 24?
On Matchroom,
No,
it
he
says
doesn't
he's
look
but
23.
he's a Mexican fighter.
On the
fighting
Matchroom
from Mexico
website,
in
it
Mexico.
says he's 23. Well, yeah, he's 23 on Mexican, so
That
he's really like
motherfucker
57.
lying, bro.
Yo,
Bro,
come on,
if he
chill.
look, if he's 23, Luis Ortiz is actually 25.
Bro, he's a 23-year-old from Mexico City, so he's really like 57.
My God, like
Jesus
that. If he's
Christ.
24, that's a hard 24. Like shit,
Life
like
has
But
life
from
has
where
not
he's
been
coming
good for
from
him.
is understandable.
Word,
Where he's
bro.
coming from is
I'm like the age like
understandable.
avocados
not
over
that
there.
understandable, bro.
It's like, it's understandable, fam. It's
Mauricio
understandable.
Lara has the face of a guy that has been into divorce. No, I don't know why. I look into his face, and your marriage is broken.
Yeah, but like Mauricio Lara looked like he worked for Daniel Kinahan on the weekends.
That's what I'm about to say. I get some like cartel hitman vibes with him. So I'm just saying.
Honestly, he looks like I know people like him, man. It's just like people that like kids that look like grown ass men. Like I've seen way too many of them, man. They hit puberty at the age of 7.
My God, that dude looked like
Canelo.
he looked like he'd been through 3 divorces, bro.
He
Bro,
made his
honestly,
He's got an old ass face, bro.
Honestly,
Like,
life
turned-
has fucked him up.
He turned pro in 2015, so I don't know if he's 32. But
Yeah, but that
maybe-
was
maybe he
Canelo
is
at
older
like
than 24, I
15.
don't know.
Canelo at 15 looked like a grown ass man, dog.
Well, anyway, he's due for a title
he
this Saturday.
kind
man.
of did
But yeah,
look like
I was gonna say, like they're very like Lee Wood's team is very confident. Like they think they have the style to beat him. And low key, I can kind of see it, but I just think that towards the later rounds, I think he's just gonna splatter Lee Wood's brains all over the canvas, bro.
I think that
I
they
don't think
know.
it'll be.
Look. The plan that they have, and I think I know what the plan is. And all that shit about sitting in the pocket, I don't believe that shit. I don't even believe that shit. That's a psych job. That's a psy-op. I think their plan is to work off the counter because he swings so wide that you can catch him between the shots. Lee Wood, he does have power. He ain't feather fisted. Like he hit hard. And I think the plan is, look, just set him up, bait him, slip and hook. That's the plan. We gonna hit him with some shit. We gonna hit him with a counter.
Right.
But
The problem is you're gonna get damaged too much trying to
there you
accomplish
go.
that goal.
Because what I'm saying is you gonna block some shit and feel that power, and you're not gonna want to throw after that. You're not gonna want to throw. And when you stop
Body
throwing,
shots, everything start coming in. It's
he's gonna
over.
start hitting you with all type of shit, B.
Yeah.
It's not just that, Jules. It's that he throws
sink.
punches. He throws punches that could potentially like manipulate your guard. Like it's like a fucking house on a fucking like hurricane.
For real.
For real.
He's smart. That was right. That's
That's you know that's the same thing I anticipate, except he's not a counter puncher, and I don't even think his plan is to work off the counter. That's the same.
He's gonna brawl with him.
That's the same thing I think Stanionis is thinking about Ortiz. I'm gonna shell up and I'm gonna just catch it like, all right, bro, you do that shit. You know he's not gonna stop. He not gonna stop till you in the triage, bro. That's when he gonna stop. And on the way to the hospital, he's still gonna be in that shit punching you, yo.
Honestly,
is it the opposite? Is it the opposite for Usyk Fury? Is it the opposite?
What? Usyk Fury? Nah.
Yeah, is it the opposite?
What you mean?
Is Usyk the one that keeps coming and Fury the one starts shelling up?
Yeah. Oh no. Let me tell you. Can I tell you what I see? Can I tell you what I see?
Yeah.
Usyk is gonna do or try to do with Fury what Bivol did with Zerto. He's gonna stay with him because being on the outside, it don't make sense, bro. The outside favors him. If I stay out there, that favor him and his reach. I gotta stay with him, so I gotta slip and slide in the pocket and just put shit together. I believe the reason he keeps saying belly is because he plans on going there. That's what I think.
I agree with you. I see the exact same thing that you see.
That
he gotta stay with him. He gotta stay with him
because he know if I'm in there, you can't do a lot to me in there.
Even though, like,
this is a stamina fight. This is a one fighter outworking the other.
Yeah, it's a good thing you said that, Jules, because like Usyk doesn't say much, but he drops some Easter eggs here and there.
And I think that's it. I think that's his plan. Is because who really goes to Fury's body? Who?
Well, here's the thing, right? Like when you look at the Joshua fight, right? For example, Joshua's success was when he went to the body of Usyk, correct? Yes, I think we can all acknowledge that. But here's the difference. Try going for a body shot when your Fury's height and you got to go to downwards angle.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work.
ain't gonna work.
And the issue is like, look, I like people. Here's the thing that gets me, right? People, this is how backwards of a fan like Fury fans are, in my opinion. Oh, he's got that pure size, but he's also going to outbox him. Like, no, he's not going to outbox him. And if he tries to run him over, that's not going to work for him either.
Yeah, you know that's what I've been saying.
I
that
agree with you.
Everybody's going for the Bull and Matador thing, right? And I'm like, bro, that worked on a flat-footed fighter, all right? When the very next fight after the third one, when he had to deal with a guy who likes to be in the pocket, unlike Wilder, what did he do? He boxed. He didn't try to rush Dillian White. He was on the back foot, moving lateral, setting up punches. He didn't want to be in the pocket with the dude. So when I think about Usyk, I'm like, is it really a sure thing that Fury going to try to run him over?
Fury's advantage is that he tends to be more athletic in the sense like his stamina is good against other big guys where they tend to gas out over a while. The difference is Usyk will go 12 rounds with you.
Yeah.
And he'll look relatively good for those 12 rounds as well. He's not lazy. Like, he has a good work rate.
And I don't think tying him up, the discrepancy in size between them, right? I don't think that tying Usyk up is easy. I think he could slip under a lot of that shit, cut angles on a lot of that shit. I don't think tying him up is going to be easy for Fury at all, to be real.
I'm trying to figure out, Jules, I don't mean to cut you, but I'm trying to figure out what does this fight look like? And I'm starting to form an opinion. Hold on. Let me give you one fight. Let me throw one fight out there. I'm starting to think that this is Okolie versus Hunter.
Nah, this is if I had to give you
give me a duplicate, a replica, you know.
The closest. This is the closest, even though Joe's not like him. You're gonna see things from the Joyce fight in this fight that Usyk, he's in front of him, but he's not there for the shots. One thing I've always
Usyk fight? The Joyce Usyk fight?
Yep. It's going to be like that he's in the pocket, but he's not there. Like, all that shit, you going to try, and that shit ain't going to work because you can't hit him. You got too much height, too much length to land them shots. I've always maintained that them punches that Fury be landing on guys, I don't imagine him landing none of that shit on Usyk. He's too quick.
That's why I said Okolie Hunter. That's why I said Okolie Hunter, because I think that's clear.
What everybody else is missing. What Usyk's gonna do, it's not gonna look the same, but just to the mental part of the fight, he's gonna step to Fury within that first minute of the fight and land something that like, oh shit, this motherfucker really coming to win. And then Jules, like he said, he's gonna play like Jules said, he's gonna play the mid-range game. That mid.
Okay.
Oh, shit. Kinahan got him. Look, let me say this. I believe the majority of the fight for Usyk, I believe the majority of it within the round, he's going to spend it in the pocket. And another thing that I said in the past, I know it sounds crazy now, but that's what's going to make it crazy if he actually do it. I can see him knocking Fury down. Not because he hits hard, but he's going to hit him from places that knock Fury off balance.
Yes,
I agree. See it. And I could see Fury going down off an off balance shot. Because it's like, bro, this is not a dude that he just plant his feet and go. And we just he don't do that. He spend the whole fight on the balls of his feet. The whole thing.
Honestly, Jules, this is again, I have bias towards Usyk, I admit it. So just like call me a fanboy if you want, but like here's the thing, right? Usyk, I feel like he's gonna feint. He's gonna do a lot of good feints, and Fury's gonna have trouble landing the jab. Usyk's gonna block with some slapping hooks. And I think that's how he gets him. Like, I really like the more I look at Fury's style against little people, the more I realize like he's not like his advantages have always been his cardio and his workload. And just to add on to this, like if Fury really did think this was going to be an easy fight, we would not have all this bullshit on his side of things.
Hold on. Wait, let me see. Hold on.
Oh, dude,
I'm trying to find. There you go. Fury is not a better inside fighter than Usyk, bro. He literally
hell no.
Let me answer the question, bro.
Fucking crazy.
He literally uppercutted himself in the face. What fucking Fury are you watching, bro?
Nah, bro, I disagree. I think under Sugar Hill, he has developed that side of his game. Because before he
you can't say inside game. One at a time. One. The only inside game we've seen, the only thing semblant of inside game we've seen is 2 fights with the same guy, and that's Wilder. And that bullshit, that wasn't inside game. That was jab, clinch,
Like,
jab,
I had to
clinch,
ask.
jab.
I disagree,
That's what
bro.
that
What are you
was.
talking
I
about? An
think against
inside
White,
game with Tyson
he
Fury?
did a lot. He does a lot of smart things now because he's been working with Sugar Hill Stewart, and I think Usyk, he's not bad on the inside, but he's mostly he's very
Family,
well.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you if he didn't spend the White fight creating space.
Yeah, like where are you coming from with that,
I mean,
fam? Like I
if
gotta
you got a guy
ask
coming
you, like,
straight towards you, why wouldn't you not set that shot up?
But
You saw
ain't he
like,
good
before
in
the
the
fight.
pocket?
Hold on,
Is he
before
not
the
good
fight,
in the pocket?
But well, he did do a lot of good work in the pocket in that fight. But
why you fighting
before
on
the
your
fight-
toes?
Hold on, bro. Can I finish? Like, if you saw before, like when he was hitting pads, he was warming up. You know, the open workout. He was literally
Yeah.
drilling that uppercut over and over and over again. So it's clear that that was his specific game plan. With Usyk, I don't think he's a bad inside fighter either, but it's a lot more like basic. He does it like he'll go inside to make sure he doesn't get hit first, and that's not bad. But I think that he'll
I don't
have
know.
an
I don't
advantage
know
over
what
with
you're
you,
watching
fam.
with
I'm
Usyk.
sorry. I don't
I'll
know.
say
Let
this
me
though.
say this.
Watch
Let me
the
say this.
Chisora
Let me
fight.
say this for starters. If you go back and you watch the fight where he landed the uppercut, the round where Fury landed the uppercut on Dillian, that wasn't necessarily on the inside. That was on the outside coming in. He
No,
walked
that's what I'm
into it.
saying. I saw him agreeing
And,
with you.
and when
didn't
I
even
say,
land
and
the
when I
front
say now,
flush.
listen, when I say inside game, the reason that I reference the Joyce fight is because if you watch it, the majority of that fight, Usyk was on the inside. Most of it, he was on the inside. He's just cutting so many angles and getting under so many shots and coming over with shit and working in the inside. Fury is not working on the inside by jab, clinch, jab, clinch. That's his inside game. Jab, clinch. He didn't do no spectacular shit with Wilder, you know. He just jab, clinch, jab, clinch,
Fake,
jab,
fake,
clinch.
I disagree, bro.
That's his inside game.
Like when did you
My
see
thing
Tyson
is
Fury
this.
have an inside game, dog?
No,
When have
not
you
even
ever
that,
seen Tyson
fellas.
Fury have an inside game?
The
What
problem
fight,
everybody
dog?
has, the problem everybody's making is they're assessing Fury's ability based on a level of opposition that's light years below what Usyk does in the ring. Athletically and fundamentally when it comes to you're talking, he's going in there with an Olympic gold medalist, bro, that won every belt on a row. Like there's no he's got no there's no metrics and no fight to measure. Like,
Right. I mean, I'm not saying that, but I'm just talking about.
Yo, the
I'm
guy's
talking about
telling the
inside
truth,
fighting
though.
specifically.
We didn't let him finish, but the guy was telling the
You're
truth. He was
not
telling the truth,
faster.
dog.
You don't have faster hands than Usyk. You don't.
You don't have
What you
faster
is
feet
ring-
either.
What you have is ring coverage, that you take up a lot of ground, you take up a lot of space, and your strides are longer. But you're not actually faster than he is with your hands. You're not faster on your feet than he is. I look at both of you, and I'm being real. It's not that Fury is not coordinated. It's that you're not more coordinated than that guy. You're not.
No.
You gangly. You more coordinated than slow guys. That's who you more coordinated than. Yeah, you more coordinated than Wilder, who got 2 left feet. Yeah,
Joe
you
Joyce.
Is that like you more coordinated than them? But you're not more coordinated than this guy.
you're going in there with a ring. You're going into the ring with a guy that can play professional soccer for his country's team.
Hey, Jules, could I add something?
telling you,
Right
bro.
quick? Could I add something quick?
Yeah.
Quick point? I was seeing what video did I watch recently? It was a Hatman video, and he was saying like how I think Alan Babbitt was the topic, and he talked about being a sparring partner for Tyson Fury. And one thing he said, now that's convincing me to pick Usyk ever more in this fight than Fury, is that he said that sparring with Tyson Fury, he said he's very injury prone. Like he gets hurt a lot.
Yeah,
He actually get. Can I finish, Chaim, please?
No, I agree with you, Phil.
Okay, well, just hold up. I mean, he actually gave more credit to Joe Joyce, saying that Fury needs to stay away from that guy. I don't think he should fight Joe Joyce. He gave more props to Joe Joyce sparring than him sparring Fury. So it's based on that. It's like, yeah, man, he's coming apart. He's coming apart.
I mean, I believe that, like, Sporting Icon, shout out to Sporting, he's one of the only people I've heard say this, but he's maintained it for at least a year now, that dude is not the same guy that fought Wilder in February of 2020. He's not the same. Like,
nope.
Lost the step. Just it's hard to see it because, well, who you fought?
Since exactly, like
you fought Wilder again. You fought
Dylan White and Chisora.
And that's not, and I'm not knocking him for White. You know, White was top 10. I'm just saying that these guys are not a parallel for nothing that you about to deal with. Really, none of them.
There's only, and the thing is, like, Fury loves saying, there's only one fighting man in that division, Jules, that lives fighting 24/7, 365. Outside the ring, Usyk's not doing dope. Usyk's not blowing up in weight. I'm just real talk, though. The one that lives the lifestyle and that's more disciplined and come fight night is going to be ready to go 15 rounds is the Ukrainian.
Yeah,
that's true.
Sophia, I love you.
But did y'all notice that AJ was a little bit bigger than he normally was? Did y'all notice that?
I did see that, but I think it's because I feel like he gonna fight Franklin the way he fought Brazil. Straight punches from
that
the
was the best AJ I've ever seen.
So he gonna stay in the trade. He gonna stay.
Yeah,
he
that's
gonna
the
stay
best
his ground.
AJ I've ever seen. Is the Dominic Brazil AJ? That's the best
I think
I've ever seen.
He gonna bomb him. I think that the plan is like, look, Franklin, and credit to Franklin because I don't think he's a bad fighter. I really don't. But I think the plan is to bomb him. Like, man, you really not used to taking power like this. Like, he gonna bomb him. That's what he gonna do. He gonna bomb him.
So you gonna
let me say besides
besides
Usyk 2. I think Usyk 2 might be the best AJ I've ever seen. Usyk 2 might be the best AJ I've ever seen. But before that, it was Brazil.
Feel like it's Rebecca AJ. I still feel like it because he had to make an adjustment because he got popped right in his fucking face with a hook that broke his nose. So to me, that AJ that endured that, I would say, okay, that's the best version of him I ever seen because you had to make an in-fight adjustment. You had to make an adjustment in the fight. But
exactly, those are the best adjustments. I got a hot take though. I tell you this: if you know the way Rocky had Paulie in the corner as a height guy, if AJ had Jules in there for the Usyk 2, AJ would have knocked him out.
Yeah, he would have knocked him out.
You would have got all those fucking clowns out of his camp, Jules.
No, that's some real shit.
Nah, he would have been spanked after the 10th round. The 10th round, it hurt him. It took everything
but I
from
am telling you, AJ's got too big of a heart, bro. He's got dudes in there that ain't helping the fucking thing. Like,
I agree with you.
Too many fucking coaches in the camp.
There's not too many angles. No, I mean, not enough coaches.
What the fuck are they doing?
Yeah,
man?
I don't know what a lot of them guys are getting paid to do.
What are they doing for real?
Ain't no point in that shit. Like, if they not serving a purpose, they need to be somewhere else. Like, yo, I'll catch y'all after the fight, bro. Like,
that was like Kevin Barry and Joseph Parker. I thought they had no business together for years.
Nah, I'm not. You know why I don't say? Look, Kevin Barry got him to the WBO, and
he got him there. That's it, though.
And but he was okay for a while. I'm just saying that it's kind of. When you winning, let's say this: when you winning, and he was winning.
Mm-hmm.
When you winning, it's hard to make the case that okay, well, you got to get rid of the guy, even though he was still winning.
You still winning, but we saw there was some stagnation for real there. Joseph Parker was supposed to be a phenom. He's the 4th youngest heavyweight champion in the world. He was supposed to be a phenom, and it just went to dog shit.
Fight, bro. It was 2 fights. It went to
dog shit, dog.
The Takam fight and the Ruiz fight that you started seeing like, yo, why he's so gun shy? Like
like what's going on?
Because he used to be a body puncher. He used to throw punches like regularly though, not just a couple of shots. He used to go to the body on a regular, and that shit just stopped.
Everything went to shit. No ferociousness.
I think it's normal
nothing.
in fighting though. Like, it's one of those things where once a fighter gets to that level and sees what it takes to go to extra mile to be a champion and be great at the top, some guys just don't want to take that risk, and they're happy with the mid-tier. And there's nothing wrong with it. It's a job. Like, you're getting paid great, but there's not. That's why you appreciate the Usyks and the motherfucking Inoues, because they go that extra mile.
I give you respect.
He about to fight Michael Hunter. What y'all think about that?
Michael Hunter going to win that fight. Michael Hunter going to devastate him. Michael Hunter is hungry, a real champion.
And I'm going to tell you what.
He going to
Jules says it all the time.
Joseph Parker.
Joseph Parker just fights to launder his money he make with Kinahan.
Yeah. He's MCK. He's not allowed in the country.
He had a fight. He fought the guy Jack Macy. That was like maybe 3 weeks ago, and I didn't see shit, bro. I just bro, you gonna get got. Like,
Joseph Parker's not allowed in the country, dog.
I am going with Michael Hunter to win that fight, even though Michael didn't look great with Jerry Forrest, and I get that. And it has been a while since he fought, but it's like, bro, Parker he hit a ceiling, bro. Whatever he was gonna do, He did that shit already, bro.
Yeah, he did it already.
All right. Let me make this. Let me just say this real quick before I head off because it's getting late and I have to go work. Fury ain't shit. You know, he's a heathen. You know, absolute infidel. If you like, his fans make me wish that I was not part of Europe. That I was never in Europe. Otherwise, have a wonderful afternoon. Stay safe. Don't do drugs unless you're doing drugs that I prescribe. Have a wonderful afternoon.
All right, dog.
Like they gonna make that fight. They gonna make that fight for Sky Sports. Michael Hunter talked to Behind the Gloves Boxing a couple of days ago. He said they already working on it. And yeah, I got Michael, bro. I do got Michael winning that fight. What he gonna do? What he gonna do after that? I don't know, man.
Because you got to win it on points. I got to win it on points.
I got him winning on points. I don't think he's gonna knock him out.
There's
But he will be
money,
busy.
there's money on the board. There's money on the board for that fight in case somebody don't think he's gonna knock him out or win the fight. However y'all want to bet it, there's money on the board for that. Just so y'all know.
No, he gonna beat him. Like the other thing is the way that he got knocked out. And this is the wild card. We don't know for sure, but Joe fucked him up before he stopped him.
Yes,
Fucking him
bad.
up.
Bad.
That's the kind of ass whooping that you may not be the same after that.
They take years off.
Yeah. So even though Joe he had a chin for a while, I don't even know that he got that no more.
After getting there with Joe might have fucked it. He might have destroyed his chin. Who knows? His punch
because he was fucking him up. Like he was just taking all type of punches, bro. All type.
Jesus Christ.
So
like that last left hook he took, it's like just the controller just shut down. It's for real.
But I'm telling you,
it didn't even look like it was that hard a hook. Like it was just
it was just a thudding punch. A thudding punch knocked him down. But I'm still going at y'all. I'm saying that Joe chin ain't the same no more. I'm telling you, Zhang gonna knock him out.
You really think that, bro?
Yeah, I'm betting on
crazy?
it. Yeah, I'm betting on it. I'm
digging,
betting on it, dog. I'm not bullshitting. I'm actually putting my money where my mouth is. I'm betting on it.
I just don't see how you could be that confident in that guy, bro.
I just don't believe in Joe Joyce.
I mean, like, all right, like, fellas, like, we need to bring up an interesting point here. Okay, so Zhang did a good job. He did more than a acceptable job against Hergovich. He put in a good effort. We thought he was going to get destroyed, but could that be due solely to the fact that Hergovich was not all there that night? And I think a lot of people are maybe just reading too much into the fact that, you know, Zhang did what he did without thinking what was the mindset of Hergovich. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but Hergovich is an Olympian, though.
That's what I'm saying. I think everybody's reading too much into the fact that, like,
you do have a point.
Hergovich
You have a point, my man. You got a point. You legitimate got a point. But what I'm saying is, Hergovich has been a professional his entire life. This man is an Olympian. This is top of the line. This man is elite.
Bro.
No,
Joyce
I'm not saying. No, listen, hold on. I'm not saying that Hergovich is Hergovich is no clown. This is not a joke guy. This is a real serious guy.
That's a life thing event, man. That really like.
Look, can I also say this? Wait a minute.
My father passing.
Chaim, there's two asterisks. There's two asterisks. No, wait a minute. There's two asterisks. No joke. The father dying is one thing, and that does matter. So I'm not discounting that. But it's also, he was between corners. He had Ronnie Shields in the corner for that fight.
He had a world-class trainer in his corner. What are you talking about?
My God, Ronnie is a bad luck charm, bro. He is a bad luck charm,
Jesus
bro.
Christ. I can't even argue with you on that. Damn.
He's a bad luck, like for real.
God damn, he got me on that.
Bad luck charm, bro.
He didn't say nothing. Damn.
He's like, I can't argue about
what
that.
Fucking Ronnie? What? Just tell me. What Ronnie Shields might have been looking good? Who?
Damn, Jules. Don't tell us how you really feel. Don't tell us how you really feel, Jules. Damn. Fuck, man.
I'm gonna say that. Look, Salas. The other thing is, I really like Joe's corner, not just the Joe Joyce shit.
Oh, you like Salas?
But I like that dude is smart, bro.
He is solid.
And he used to dealing with these medalist types and shit like that. Like he's a smart trainer. I think they'll have the right plan for Zhang, and I think he gets stopped maybe round 6, 7.
Nah, I think he knocks out Joe Joyce.
He's not knocking out Joe Joyce.
I think he does. I think Joe Joyce.
I think so.
But just hear me out. I'm gonna argue. Let me argue my little bullshit point. I think Joe Joyce has never been in the ring with a puncher, and when he gets in there with a puncher, they're gonna knock him the fuck out. I think Zhang is a real puncher. He's gonna knock him the fuck out.
But wouldn't you say? Look. I'll tell you this much. I don't think Daniel has the greatest stopping power, but I do think he has power. And Joe took his best, bro. He never.
Yeah, but he took that from a right-handed. He took that from a right-handed novice. Yeah, but he took that from a right-handed novice. He never been in there with a strong technical southpaw that could hurt you. I'm telling you, he's gonna knock him out. I'm betting money on it. I'm betting money on it. I'm backing my shit. I'm not just talking shit. I'm backing it, dog.
It sound good, Hayam, but shit,
I'm backing it, fam.
I just don't believe that shit, bro.
All right, but at least I'm backing it.
Yeah,
Yo,
well, let me
but
ask
you know what? Look, credit to
Go ahead.
Hayam. Motherfucker can't say shit, and here's why. This why motherfuckers can't say shit. Who the fuck thought Ryder was gonna make Zach quit?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Nobody thought that.
Who thought Liam was going to knock out Chris?
Who thought Liam was going to knock out Eubank?
Who thought that? And that's why I don't knock him. Like it's not like nah, ain't shit crazy, bro. The last thing I thought is that Liam going to knock out
Eubank. Yeah, that's.
I didn't think that.
I got a question though, man.
Go ahead,
Does
fam.
Zhang hit harder than Daniel Dubois?
I think he does. With his left hand, I think he does. His straight left hand might not have power in both hands, but one punch power. No, hold on. One punch power. I think his left hand is stronger than Daniel Dubois' right hand.
I agree with that. I agree. I do think his straight left is. I
think his straight left is.
I agree with that. He got manpower. You got to remember, Daniel was like
grown manpower.
Daniel was like he wasn't even 25 when he fought Joe. I think Zhang got his grown man strength. Like it's a lot of hard years.
Yeah,
that left hand. So I agree with that.
He got years in the penitentiary.
I want to agree with you, but it's hard to agree with a guy who was arguing why Deontay Wilder doesn't apply pressure, then continues to argue why he does. So
you want to get at me? You want to get at me? That's fucked up. Oh my God, you want to get at me?
Let that shit go.
Let it go. I'm letting it go.
Julius,
I'm trying
Leo. Go ahead, Leo.
Do you remember the Hrgovic versus Cillian Zhang fight? Did it strike that fight to you like a fight, high octane fight, 100 punches per round fight?
It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that, but it was good.
This is what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
Cillian Zhang is good. Hrgovic ain't. He's not. Cillian Zhang, he's good. He's fundamentally solid, but he's a 14-year-old man, and he got the fuck out in the 10th round. I was legit worried for the guy. This is an old man. Give him a seat or something. Look, Joe Joyce is the kind of guy that throws like. How much?
This man don't get tired. Joyce don't get tired. He don't get tired.
Joe Joyce is an engine. I understand Leo's point. Joe Joyce is an engine, is what he's saying. And Zhang was gassing out in the 10th round against Hrgovic. I do get his point. I'm listening to Leo. Go ahead, Leo. I don't want to interrupt you.
The other thing I'm gonna say is that I want to add this to Leo's point before I pass it back. That I feel like the best thing that I saw in the Hrgovic fight that Zhang has, he's got good snappy punches. They got snap on him. The straight backhand, but also the combinations. It's good. But I don't know. I just still see him getting run over.
All right, fair enough. Let's go back to Leo. Let's see what Leo got to say.
No, I don't think Joe Joyce is a better boxer than the Chinese guy, Cillian Zhang. But I think Joe Joyce is gonna outlast him.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be 6-7 rounds. And he's gonna really feel his age.
Yeah,
you're really gonna feel his
age. Me as a boxing guy and been studying boxing and everything, what I notice a lot, this happens a lot, and I don't think I'll notice it as much. But all of a sudden, out of the clear blue sky, a fighter that you think has this great chin or has this great hand speed or whatever the fuck, they don't have it all of a sudden. You go into a fight and it's just gone. all of a sudden. I think Joe Joyce punch resistance is going to be subject to questioning very soon. I don't know who's going to expose it, but somebody's going to expose it. You put him in there with Chisora, maybe Chisora expose it. I don't know.
What you're describing, it does happen more often than people realize.
Happens, dog.
But I'm going to say it doesn't. When I see it happen, it's usually a guy on the come up. Whereas Joe, we could say, look, Joe, no, wait, let me do the shit. Stavern, Jennings, Hammer, Dubois, Parker. He done been in there with way better guys than Zhang been fighting.
That's true.
Now, I have seen what you described.
But I got you, fam.
It's usually with a guy like a Berlanga. They're like, all of a sudden, the power is gone. He got no power.
I'm going against you. Jews, I'm going against you. You're wrong on that. What happens usually? What happens is motherfucking Burchelt. That's what the fuck happened. None of us thought Valdez was going to beat Burchelt. None of us thought Valdez was going to beat Burchelt. That's what normally happens.
Yeah,
a motherfucker just show up shot, and you don't. Povetkin, Dylan White. A motherfucker just show up shot, or you get caught with a good shot, or whatever the fuck. But that's what normally happens. It's not what you say that, it's some young up-and-comer. No. This doesn't happen to Jared Anderson. This happens to a Povetkin. Povetkin showed up shot to the second Dylan White fight. That's what happens.
Yeah.
By the way, Jules, right quick.
But wait a minute. Wait. You can't deny ahead of the White fight, it wasn't all of a sudden. He looked shot in the Hunter fight before that.
The Dylan White fight. The Dylan White fight was before that. The Dylan White fight was before that.
The Hunter fight was
I'm talking about it was a rematch. It was a rematch. Remember?
I'm telling you, before he fought Dillian White in the bubble, he fought Michael Hunter, and he looked shot. He didn't look the same.
Yeah, he started to look a little bit.
You making, in other words, you making it sound. Wait. You making it sound more sudden than it is. Like he looked old in a Hunter fight before.
Yo, come on, you know that I'm not bullshitting. If they show up shot out of nowhere, Ugas versus Errol Spence.
Bro, that was him throwing a fight. Fuck shot. That was him.
He got stopped.
We gonna be quiet on that. I can't.
Tell me you don't believe me though. Tell me, Hayam. Tell me you don't believe me.
I believe you.
All right.
I believe you. Fuck out of here. I believe you. Yes, I do.
Right?
Fuck out of here.
Now I'm gonna tell you what. Here's the thing about the Burchelt fight. This is what I know because
the Burchelt fight was a problem, though.
No, this is what I know about the Burchelt fight, and I do agree with you that he did show up that way, and you're not wrong that he showed up fucked up. I'm not gonna say shot. I'm gonna say he showed up fucked up because I spoke to somebody that knows him, and they was like, "Yo, that dude had COVID in the camp. He was struggling to make weight, so he definitely showed up fucked up." Okay. Shot. I think that fight made him shot after the way he got knocked out. After that, I think he was shot because Nicotila was beating the shit out of him.
Nah.
Yes.
Yo, come on, hold on a second. You know you're talking to him, right?
I'm just telling you that I know people that know him. And they said, there's a difference. You with the weight bully shit, right?
You know I'm gonna go with my weight bully bag.
This is what I'm saying.
He was at the end of his rope. Is what I'm gonna tell you.
That's what I'm telling that the person I spoke to, they told me, yo, look, that dude was sick. He had a horrible camp. He had a horrible time trying to make weight.
But he never been at 130 again. So the weight had to be the defining factor.
No. He was shot. Even though Burchell got he went up to 135 for the Nicotilia fight, so he wasn't even weight drained in that fight, and he still got his ass whooped.
That's what I'm saying. After that,
you make a point there.
After that, he was shot.
He was shot because he drained for too long. His body was drained for too long.
So
so we both kind of right. Right there.
Yeah, because this is the thing. Do you consider a guy shot when he's depleted, or do you consider a guy shot when no matter where he go, he gets rattled? Like to me, for example, David Lemieux was shot. He was shot. That means that whenever somebody land on him, he get rattled. His brain don't be right. It don't matter where he is. He might not even be drained.
It's funny you mentioned that about David Benavidez. Like, because before he fought, before Lemieux fought Benavidez, like he had a fight with a guy what was his name? Max. He had a fight with a guy, and I think he got dropped maybe once or twice in that fight. And
the Burzak guy, Max Burzak.
He dropped David twice, even though he still won. He got dropped twice in that fight by
I
that guy.
I want to give a little bit of credit to what Jules was saying. He said, "Do you consider the guy shot because he just out of the weight or whatever, or do you consider every time he get touched?" What I'm saying is that they're kind of one and the same. When you've been draining yourself for too long and you stay at a certain weight for too long, it weakens you to where you getting hit and you getting hurt with everything. And you just fucked up in the game. That's what I'm saying. Like there's certain. Remember, I was talking about my 8th graders and 10th graders, right? We've been talking about that, right? So I think there's a lot of 10th graders out here that are shot because they fighting to be 10th graders, where in truth they 8th graders, and now they fucked up in the game.
That's not a bad point, because if you look at Hurd, if you look at Jared Hurd, out of the clear blue sky,
one night out of nowhere, 154
in the night,
knocks him out.
A dude that don't hit that hard, that he ain't even known for hitting hard, just destroys him. So there's something to that. There's definitely something to that. And that's why he looked like a shot fighter. That fight, he looked like a shot fighter. He did.
He didn't look like himself at all. He looked completely out of sorts of what we knew him to be. Josh Taylor, same thing. The Jack Catterall fight, we still don't know what the fuck happened there. Josh Taylor was the undisputed pound for pound top, and then he walked in there and looked like dog shit.
Yes.
How did that happen?
Yes, that's true.
This is why I'm talking about my weight bully bullshit. I
know you really see that Joe Joyce, how many fights Joe Joyce got, by the way? How many?
16 fights?
16,
well, already?
15, 16, something like that.
Already?
Yeah, that's all he got.
I don't know, B. I just don't, because it's like, look, for example, we say that Joe has not really been in there with a puncher yet, which is true. Yeah, like he been in there with decent guys, but they not known like
not a monster.
So I'm like, well, then what the fuck would he be shot for? Brian Jennings don't hit that hard. Christian Hammer don't hit that hard.
No, but he would be shot. He would be shot because of his boxing style. He walks chin first into everybody. So by this time, 16 fights plus your amateur career, you're a shot fighter, dog. Somebody gonna walk in and hit you one good time on the chin and knock you the fuck out. And Zilly ain't the one to do it. I got money on it. What's good?
Yo, I'll tell you what. I wouldn't be mad if that happened, and here's why. That would be catastrophic for Frank Warren.
Yes, it would.
That would be catastrophic for him, because he trying to turn Joe. He trying to turn Joe into that dude. If Zhang go in there and he John Ryder him, wow.
Damn.
Yeah, no, I'm picking Zhang.
They're gonna stop playing with the Matchroom guys.
I'm going for Zhang.
Playing with them.
I'm going for the comrade.
Yeah, I'm going for Zhang. And just so we clear, Joe Joyce is the Jaime Munguia, and Daniel Dubois is their Virgil. Their Virgil.
Nah, no way.
Yeah.
No
they're
way.
They trying to promote Daniel Dubois more than they trying to promote Joe Joyce. Joe Joyce was coming from the back.
Oh, I thought you meant. I thought you meant. I thought you meant.
Pause. Coming from the back. Pause.
Oh, damn.
But I'll tell you what, bro. I'm going to watch. Look. I'm going to watch. I got to watch Zhang a couple more times. Right now, I'm leaning towards Joe. I'm going to be real with you. I'm leaning towards Joe. But I'm going to watch. I'm just going to try to see what the fuck do you see, bro.
Yo, if Hrgovic is a way better fighter than Joe Joyce.
I don't believe it. I do not believe that. I do not believe that.
Hold on. Defensively, in every single metric, he's way better than Joe Joyce. And Zilly Zhang, his explosiveness when his left hand is catching Hrgovic flush, clean. What are you going to do when Joe Joyce?
Bro, Hrgovic didn't fight shit.
Yo, dog. Zilly Zhang is landing clean on him,
bro.
And he's better than Joe. Joe Joyce is not a defensively smart fighter.
I'm not saying that he is. I'm saying that against a better level of competition than anybody that Hrgovic fought, than anybody that Hrgovic beat, he stay in character. He plowed through the guy. He stay in character.
He does stay in character.
It don't matter.
But that character get him hit flush. He getting hit flush in character. He getting hit flush.
He marches forward. He throws. He stays in character. It's like he runs guys over.
I give you that. He does stay in character. But
Hergovic
sooner or later, you going to get hit with something you can't handle.
Hergovic was not no boogeyman because of nothing that he did and nobody that he beat. He was the boogeyman just because everybody kept saying no. That's where all of that came from. So it's hard for me to say, yeah, Hergovic better than Joe. Based on what? You didn't beat shit. You didn't even really beat Zhang.
I think he better than Joe, though. I think he better than Joe.
I can't. See, there go my Virgo sister cousin with the knowledge. Zhang went life or death with Jerry Forrest and was hospitalized, and Juggernaut just KO'd a former champion. Do you know that he paused the game? When he fought Dubois,
I know.
He paused the game. He had a thing of pizza. He paused the game. He goes, he whoops Daniel's ass, goes back, starts playing the game.
Now, I don't know about y'all. That's some gangster shit right there.
All right.
That is.
All right. Virgo sister cousin with the knowledge. All right.
Jules, I have you to thank for this because that Jaden post you made on Twitter this morning. Why I can't stop listening to that song in the background? I heard it like 10 times today.
Jaden, can I say, look, Jaden Smith has the same effect on me as Ryan that I just instantly get irritated. I just instantly like off top, like, bro, what the fuck you pointing the camera at your face crying for? What?
I mean, but besides all that, the dude is a decent musician. I give him that.
Fuck that shit, man. Fuck that shit.
I'm not up on this.
But what the fuck you crying for? Seriously,
fucking, like his little pussy hurt. His little pussy hurt. His pussy was hurting. He started like,
these like people who have just millions. It's like they're not like. Why are you not happy? Ain't you rich? Like.
This motherfucker
it's deeper than that, man. Sometimes that shit don't buy happiness, man.
But I know you're right. I know.
And that motherfucker just wish he had a cooter. That's that bullshit. He just wish he had a cooter. Crying because he don't have a cooter. Little fucking weirdo.
No, who said here? Don't buy happiness? No, whoever said money don't buy happiness is bullshit. Try being broke.
Yeah,
money. I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. Money really don't buy happiness, though. It doesn't, because it's not the money that make you happy. You have to have an idea what you want out of life to use the money for that. A motherfucker like that never had to work for nothing, never been through nothing. The most trauma you went through is that your mom is fucking your friends. Boo hoo, soft ass shit. He got all that bread, don't know what to do with it. All that means. Don't got no direction. So I don't actually believe the little sissy is happy. How could he be? You don't know struggle of any kind, bro. His
career was handed to him on a silver platter.
Who is this we talking about?
Talking about Jaden Smith.
Oh, Jaden Smith.
Report to that is he'd be a lot less happier if he was born into poverty.
Yep.
But the thing is, all right, you need cold to know what hot is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you do. He don't know what really being fucked up is. You know what I mean? All he know is my daddy is Will Smith. I got a lot of fucking money. I could buy anything, but you don't appreciate anything. How could you?
Exactly.
That's all of that.
He probably has friends, but he doesn't know it's like if they for real or not.
It's like a dude that had to work for his first pair of J's, gonna love them J's more than a Jaden Smith. Because daddy could bring you home 5 of those. You're not gonna like them as much. But to that dude that had to work for that, them J's is gonna be like a milestone in his life.
Bro, when I got my first pair of J's, I hustled so hard for him. When I was walking, I would be late to everything because I didn't want to crease them. So I would be like 2 hours late.
It's like your first pair of Timbs. You walk different. Like you don't even take time with it. Like you stand around more because you appreciate them more. Like, look at my Timbs. Bond. You just love them. You got an emotional attachment. He don't have that. And I consider that a luxury in and of itself. They're like, yo, dog, you never had to work for nothing. The fuck? What's the biggest problem you got? You know what I mean? Like, really, though? Like, your mom is fucking your friend, so? Mom is a hoe. Yeah, all right. Well, that's
fucking fellas. Like, let's be real, though. Like, growing up, you got the money, but growing up in a house where your mama is cucking your daddy, your mama probably acting like she got the dick in the house, that's going to fuck you up psychologically.
It is.
Yeah, like I think his sister won.
It's all Jada's
I
fault.
think his sister won a street fight before he would.
Yeah, that's the truth, though. That's the truth, though.
Because you got to look at it like this. Remember that song Will made about him and his son? That went. It was a hit. He was happy then, and then growing up with the mom, like mom just fucked your whole daddy up. Your
Can I
hero,
tell
your
you
mom.
something?
But it's also on you.
Wait. Let me tell y'all something. My wife probably gonna get mad and come in the room. I hated the Smiths for the longest time. I hated them. Why? Because she kept talking about what a great couple they are, and I kept telling her for a long time.
Oh God, yeah.
That shit is fake.
It's a lie. Yeah.
I told her there's a picture of Will, right? And to me, I'm like, yo, you doing too much. So much that you look like a man that is overcompensating to me. And it's that picture when they at the red carpet, and he doing all that extra shit. I'm like, bro, come on, be like, you've been with her forever. That shit don't even be like that. Like the fuck, like
compensating.
And this is how. This is how I knew he really
marriage,
didn't care about that Oscars incident, because like
that relationship.
Before it happened, you were literally laughing, and then afterwards, you went to the after party dancing like you didn't have a care in the world. And if you really cared, you would have done. No decent human would have done that shit.
Everything Will do. See, and I feel for Will because it looked to me like he do love that woman, or he want to, and he in too deep, like Omar was, that you can't leave now. But a lot of that shit is fake, bro. The thing with his son, right? Like, look, I'm not saying a man don't love his son. I'm just saying that that's how Hollywood is set up. They're like, oh, they really like your relationship with your son, so you should.
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed. You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
You ain't no cop.
It's like he's still like
Jay Reed.
The funny shit is,
it's almost like from the outside looking in. It's almost
the
like
Oscar
he's still.
Shit, he went off script because he was laughing at the joke. He was laughing at the joke. That's like how Jefferson Darcy would laugh when Al Bundy was making fun of Marcy.
That's what I said. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
And then Jefferson be laughing, and he still wouldn't do nothing. He wouldn't check out because it was funny as shit.
To your point,
Will,
it's almost like Will Smith is chasing a woman he's married to. Like he's still like chasing after.
That shit is crazy.
Can I say that I believe that he has an inferiority complex?
Maybe he's in cooking. I can see
that.
No. The cucking, and I'm not even saying it to be funny because he looked like that kind of weirdo.
Yeah. Like not even a joke. Like maybe he's into that. Like,
no. I think that over time, how does a man, right? We know how we're raised and we know how we're taught and all this extra manly man shit, right? And we know what we try to hang on to, right? He looked like a man who's been stripped of his masculinity. That's what I see. That you feel inferior to Pac because of the woman that you with, who you love, which is why you putting up with this shit. Pac always gonna come up, and you can't help but just sit there and be salty, even though it's nothing you could do. Because she was with Pac before she was with you.
If Pac was alive, he'd be better than you.
Yep.
Yo, and really like. I don't know if Pac fucked her, but I'm gonna just go out on a limb.
He did fuck her.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, look, he probably fucked her in a way that Will could never fuck her. He fucked her like she was just some shit to fuck, and she loved that because she for the streets. Will over here trying to make love and eat her ass.
Yeah, exactly.
Will forgot who he was. When Will was doing his thing, he was over here fucking around with Eva Mendes on the side, Margot Robbie, and then when it got out that they had an open marriage and they're like, you need to stop, Will. Then she started doing the fuck shit and got him back.
And I'll say also, see, I thought about him having an open marriage, and I was like, well, why would he do that? Look, it's cheaper to keep her. That's the reality that we in as men. You divorce this bitch, she gonna take all your shit. So it's cheaper to keep her and fuck other bitches. But also, when you look at him, look in that dude's eyes when he do them videos. That man is depressed.
He looked like he agreed to an open marriage. Like
you don't even really want to fuck the other bitches. You don't even really
agree.
Bro, when you look at Willow Smith, it makes
sense. Fucked up, dog.
When you look at Willow Smith, like, yeah, it makes sense, bro. It makes sense.
Y'all wrong. The chemistry he had with Eva Mendes in that movie Hitch and Margot Robbie. Oh, he wanted to fuck. Stop it.
Apparently he did.
Nah.
Yeah,
Like, no.
I
I
think he
mean,
did
who
too.
don't? But that when you look at that dude, right? Even I hear how he talk, and I see that like even when he not on camera and playing a role, when he talks on a regular, if he's just talking to anyone, he's putting on a performance because it's coming from the belly when he talk. If you pay it, it's he talking from the belly. I'm like, yo, why is this dude performing for a regular ass conversation with his wife? You literally performing. You talking from your belly.
Yeah, you don't see that with Denzel. You don't see that with Denzel. Denzel actually. You don't see that with Denzel.
What's Denzel?
Denzel is Capricorn. Capricorn.
I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, so Jules, are you trying to say Will Smith does what pretty much Tyson Fury does whenever Mike is in his face?
Yeah.
Nice.
But he does it out of but he's doing it out, like I do think the man is depressed. Like I look at these young guys, right? Like the younger generation of actors coming through, like the dude that played what's the wing guy on the Avengers, man? What's his name?
Anthony Mackie.
That dude, he chilling, man. He getting pussy, he getting money. And he is chilling.
Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan.
When he talk, right? When the Anthony Mackie kid talk, he sound regular. Like if you read his language and shit, he regular. Like when he told this ugly bitch, what's this ugly bitch name, man? Fucking radio bitch, man.
The Wendy Williams?
Wendy, man. He's talking to Wendy. That's a regular, like, yeah, bitch, go make me a sandwich. The fuck? If you want me to be big and strong and fight these men and you expect things of me, well, okay, I expect things of you. Go make that was a regular conversation you could have with a bitch on the block. Regular conversation you could have with a bitch at a lounge. It was regular. And you look at how other people talk, their mannerisms, where their shoulders are, their neck, are they tense? What's their voice sounding like? What their eyes is looking like? Are they fixed? Are they blinking? It's like, yo, you see a lot of other cats is chilling. They being regular. With Will, you literally look like they're shooting a scene. Every time they talk to you, you look like you shooting a scene. Like you faking all this shit you're saying is fake.
What is the difference between Anthony Mackie and Will Smith, man? Is that
he's Captain America and Will isn't?
Yeah, but Will Smith is an Oscar winner.
Hey, what was up?
I know he hates him for playing Tupac.
Oh, did Anthony Mackie win an Oscar? Did he?
He's been deep in the fuck.
Hey, what was up with that clip of Will Smith's son where he was just balling, man?
Oh my god,
Producers, people. Yeah, you have a way you have to fucking carry yourself within that fucking industry. So you're kind of like, in a way, they do put the battery on your back, you know.
I agree with you. I know there's a way that you got to carry yourself. There's a way you got to be. But Will Smith is a little extra with his bullshit. You know what I mean? Come on,
Will,
a little extra.
And like I said, for the longest time, like I hated the Smiths, man, because my wife thought they're so nice. Look at Jaden, Will. Back when they was on a regular shit and people ain't know how fucked up they was. And I was telling you all the time,
hey,
yo,
Jules,
that shit fake, man.
Hey, Jules, what's the issue with his son, though, man? I mean, he's like, dude, he was in that clip balling and stuff.
Bro. Well, he's on drugs.
Bro, do you anybody have any knowledge? Look, I don't want to spend a lot of time on Jaden, so I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with him. He's a fucking sissy. Next, like what the fuck?
He never washed styrofoam plates growing up. If you never watched styrofoam plates growing up, I don't got no respect.
This shit is kids out here, right? I'm gonna give you an example, right? And I've said this before. Being black in America is traumatic. If you're a kid and you over there in Grant, St. Nick Projects, or Taft or Wagner, and it's traumatic. Why? Because it's shit you gotta grow up, you literally gotta watch out for. It's life and death type shit. Cop shit, what type of shit is going on? That's real traumatic shit. Right. Jaden, bitch, please. Seriously, like, please, bro. What the fuck is your biggest problem, bro? What is your biggest problem? All the shit that young guys got to go through, like, damn, you know, you ain't got a lot of money, but you still want to get some pussy. So you got to learn how to poly, learn how to maneuver, learn how to hustle. You get all of that, no problem. You get any piece of pussy you want because you're Will Smith's kid. You don't got to do nothing. You don't got to learn nothing. What the fuck is your biggest problem?
That movie, The Karate Kid, was literally handed to him on a silver platter.
What the fuck is the biggest problem you got? What, the infidelity in your parents' marriage? Bro, that's half of America. Bro, not half. That's a large portion of America. What's your biggest problem? That you pointing a camera at your face crying. And you not 12 11, where it's okay. You like, come on, B. You at STD age doing that shit. You old enough to get your first STD. Get the clap.
That's crazy. That's a crazy age metric.
I think I know what it is. I think I know what it is. Do you think it is? Do y'all know? Y'all know what I'm implying? Y'all think he, you know?
It ain't because this motherfucker. No, it's not that. It's that. It's not that. I'm not saying It ain't even that.
Not that that's a problem, but
what he's saying, what Jules saying is that he's a baby champion.
Lil Nas X has more fortitude.
At 33 years old, he's a baby champion. And at 33 years old, with all of these fights, he still can't fight the world champion. He's not built for it, but he's a champion still. Nonetheless,
I'm saying that when you like that, right? And this is the other thing. This is why parents have to have core values. It's not like rich people can't have core values. They can.
Exactly.
And they can instill those core values. And I'm not necessarily talking about morality, but I'm talking about core values that don't do that
work ethic. Work ethic.
Don't do that sucker shit. Don't ever let people see you like this. Don't act like this. This is direction or whatever. You can have core values. What I see is if your kids turn out like that, right? You didn't give them no core values. Them kids is all over the place. He thinks he's a guy. Well, I ain't even gonna get into that shit because I don't want to get into it.
You about to bounce as Dwayne Wade and all of that. Stop.
And leave it there. And I'm like, your kids is all over the place because you didn't really teach them nothing, though. Like,
how do you do that? How do you instill core values? Can you give an example?
I would say you take time out with your kids to teach them shit. Like my daughter knows how to draw. I'm giving her all the shortcuts that I learned over time. Now,
boxing with your son. Do boxing with your son.
Yeah.
I got my son.
That's real. Do boxing with your son.
Another thing, I got my son. I was literally gonna run out and get a new game console because my wife was telling me we should get that for the kids. I'm like, what am I gonna do that for? I got a PlayStation 3 right there. I got a bunch of games he could play. He not gonna know the difference. So I got him playing Batman, Arkham Asylum, so he could learn how to solve problems. I sit down with him, tell him, look, canvas the area, go through the whole environment, toggle through your different options.
That's
learn how to play the game, right? Because what the game basically is at its base is problem-solving skills. That's what it is. Be observant, problems, and I sit there, play with them. You got to take time out with your kids. Now, looking at Will's schedule and looking at his wife is a selfish woman. Her life is all about her, not her children. That's not the kind of woman you should even have children with, first off.
Exactly.
Life is all about himself.
Exactly.
Will, I think he would be a good father, but he's a workaholic. That's all he does. Bounce from project to project to project.
What's a little late for that? His kids are grown now, so it's like, so
it's only going it ain't going to take.
But Will's also not a real man. Will's not a real man. He doesn't have that oomph in him that says, no, we're doing this, we're going here, we're doing that. He don't have
he the type of cat that when he put his foot down, it'll be awkward. Like, who remember Police Academy?
The Blue Oyster.
Right, now, not even the Blue Oyster. Wait. Who remember the cop? That she would get stepped on the majority of the movie until she finally get mad and scream at the end.
The short little black guy, I forgot her name, but yeah.
That's Will Smith.
She had the
That's Will Smith.
voice.
That by the time he put his foot down, he about to cry and his voice is crack. That's Will Smith. That's his like.
That's not a man. That's not a man. That's not a head of household.
And then the first time she was in a situation, she said, "Don't move. This is a stick up."
It's like he the kid. You know what he's that kid on the block that you'll fuck with him all year until the end of the year, and he'll just start. He that kid.
Yeah, you know that kid. We all know that kid.
You know what I mean? He's that guy, bro.
That's not head of household. That's not who you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be a man every day of your life. You're supposed to step out of your house and be a man every single day of your life.
The universe is telling me, say something good about the man because look, the man is no dummy. He's a very rich man. He is a very talented actor. God bless his work ethic. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's a bad person. I'm just saying that some of these situations look the way that they look because of reason A and reason B. Does that mean that he's a piece of shit? No, it doesn't mean that he's a piece of shit or he's a bad person.
Nah, Jules, you were right the
But he
first
is
time,
a piece
bro.
of shit, though.
Like I think this is a great lesson that not everyone with $1 million is a smart guy.
Yeah, he is
or
a
a
piece
good
of shit,
person.
though.
Like,
Yeah, like I
fucking
don't want
weirdo.
because I don't
I'm
want
sorry.
I don't like trashing nobody for no reason. I'm just trying to wrap my mind around how
Yeah.
certain things happen because I'm like, fam, your wife is out here shagging your son's friend. This is going on in your house that you built, and I'm just thinking how and you still with the joint and y'all on TV. It's like, fam, like, nah, come
How
on.
do you even?
How am
like,
I
how
supposed
do you
to
even?
how am I supposed
how
to
do
say
you
that he's a
even-
real man?
How do you
That's what I mean. That
How do
like,
you even
How can I
accept
say
that?
that he's a real man? How can I say
it's
that he's a real
limits to that shit that you
How
be
do
like,
you, how do you even accept that as a man?
Yeah, exactly.
and
As a
then
man,
you still
correct,
with the joint. And they said some old corny shit at the end. They was like, what did they say? Dysfunctional for life, and then they dapped it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Who said that? Who said that?
Detanglement for life or some shit.
Yeah, some and I was
some
like,
bum shit.
I was like, yo, B.
Fellas, right quick.
I don't know.
Right quick. This is good. This kind of, I think I might have said this before, but Will Smith kind of like if Tom Cruise was black, Will Smith is who I think of.
Wait, let me say this.
Like,
I am you
But
being
Tom Cruise
challenged.
does his own-
Wait. Karma cousin sister friend is challenging you. She's telling you also be a man when you pick a Zhang over Joyce. That was for you.
I'm fighting. All right, I'm fighting with you. I'm picking Zhang over Joyce, and I'm putting money on it. If you wanna bet, we could bet. Boo, ain't no problem. Ain't no issues.
But would y'all agree with that? Like if Tom Cruise is black, Will Smith is who comes to mind.
Nah, because I feel
I
Tom
kinda
Cruise.
do agree.
No. I'll say this: Tom Cruise is a maniac, and I do.
Yeah,
believe
he's a different type of psycho.
He's
Like American Psycho.
Yeah, he's more involved.
And I think he wanted, and I really believe when I look at Tom, I see a guy that want to die. That's what I see when I look at him.
Yeah.
Like that dude want to die.
Yeah.
He don't know. When I look at Tom, what I see is a dude that done been there and did that in all the ways that a human man could hope to. That, like, Tom was the guy for the longest time, man. He was the guy.
He's still doing his own stunts. He's still doing his own stunts
and
now.
because of that, I feel like, yo, this dude want to die. Because I'm like,
Y'all
if
know
you
what's
got
funny?
kids at home, just having kids at home that you come home to and you want to come home to them so you could raise them off top, that is going to make you not do a lot of shit. Like, nah, I ain't even going to do that because what's the point? This dude, I seen the stunt that he about to do for the fucking...
Was it for the one of the Mission Impossible movies?
The motorcycle shit. And not only did he do it, he did it over and over. And I was like, yo, this dude want to die.
He's on the same shit. He's on the same shit Lee Wood is on.
Just like the last.
Oh, I see.
movie he did.
Karma's in the chat. I just want to say, Coach had me dying when he used your line. When they go low, I start digging fucking ditches.
For the last Mission Impossible movie that they did, he did a stunt where like he jumped across he jumped over a gap over a building. Right, this man broke his ankle and sprang and got up and continued doing the scene and didn't even stop.
And you
he's crazy.
Now, let me say that. Let me say this. Like, for example, there's a picture of him on the Burj Al Arab, the tallest building in the world. He's sitting on the spike. And
no
I'm like,
harness on. No harness on.
And I'm like, look, I understand thrill seeking, but there is a threshold. There is a line. And ain't no real reason for you to be doing that unless you want to die. You don't have look, you can listen, you got money. You got money. You got connections. It's not a lot of pieces of pussy that you can't get. All the things that you can have in this world, you have them, you can get them. So for someone like that who's been at that level for that long, I don't really think that motherfucker want to live.
Yeah.
Julius, a question about Tom Cruise. Does that guy have a family of his own, children?
He got
children.
Yeah, the entire Church of Scientology apparently.
No, but he got children.
No, I think Jules,
He doesn't have a
I
daughter
think you're
with Katie
right,
Holmes,
bro. Like,
so.
I think he's tasted every high there is. That literally almost dying is the only thing that does.
Is the only thing
that'll
left.
satisfy him.
Yeah.
That'll probably satisfy him. That'll satisfy him. I can kind of see that now.
And then Will Smith has the same thing with like watching his wife get fucked by other men. Like that's his high.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my God!
Like they feel the same shit. Like when Tom Cruise is like falling off a cliff, like Will Smith feels that when he sees his wife getting like digged down by a stranger.
But no.
I'll try to defend Tom Cruise best I could.
You watch the behind the scenes.
I'll try to defend him the best I could.
Tom Cruise.
I've never heard so much Will Smith slander ever.
I remember 50 did something similar. I remember 50 did something similar. So I'm gonna try to defend Tom Cruise best I can. 50 did do something similar. Went to the top of a water tower, and he was up there in New York City. He was up there a little bit crazy. And his insurance policy called him the very next day and said, "Dog, if you keep doing this type shit, we can't insure you." I'm gonna try to defend Tom Cruise best I can.
No, I'm gonna just say that. Look, understand that. Think about this. Since me and you was kids, Hyam, because we're in the same age group.
We're in the same age group, yes.
This dude has been that dude that long.
Forever.
Days of Thunder.
Beefing with Preem is enough of a fucking adrenaline rush.
When you've had it all your way for that amount of time, and no matter what era of film, you know, we talk about in the postmodern era from the 80s to the 90s to the 2000s to the now, this dude is still at the pinnacle. And I feel that when you've had that kind of decadence and you've been around it for that long, nothing will satisfy you, bro.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm born in 1980. I was literally born 1980. So I remember The Outsiders. If you look at the people that was in that movie, it's crazy. It's literally a fucking film of Hollywood. Everybody run down. Now, when that go. I remember Top Gun. I remember the original Top Gun.
Bro, you remember Legend with the unicorn? They broke the
whole Legend with the. I remember that shit. Like, dog, I was there for all that.
That dude has been forever.
He been on top forever.
But call me crazy.
Yesterday, it was Rob. Steven Spielberg saw. They read his lips like, "Damn, Tom, you saved Hollywood with that fucking Top Gun movie." Tom Cruise is the fucking man.
Huge.
When you see the behind the scenes of him filming the scenes for this next Mission Impossible, that motherfucker's jumping out the plane 60 times in one day just to get the right fucking shot, yo.
Okay, and you don't think that a motherfucker that does that don't want to die?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Honestly, he likes the rush of that fucking feeling.
Because it brings him closer to death.
Yes, but he also thinks he's untouchable.
Nah,
he thinks he can't be touched.
He thinks he can't be touched. It's not that he can't be touched. It's like he's living his life doing what he fucking loves. And if he dies, it's like Bodie on Point Break. If I die doing what I love, is it really a fucking tragedy?
Bodie wanted to die, bro.
Yeah,
he wanted to die. Why did Bodie want to die? Bodie didn't want to die.
No. This whole I'm living life on no, my God. What you doing is you robbing banks and getting shot at and riding these waves where you can drown. You want to die.
Exactly.
No. He loved.
That's true.
No, y'all missing the point. And I'm mad at the Capricorn. I'm mad that the Capricorn is missing the
You telling me that a motherfucker that could sit on top of the Burj Al Arab, no harness, no nothing. You did the stunt already, you fuck. What the fuck are you doing?
You made it for me that a guy who believes in aliens are inside people's souls, right? And
afraid of dying.
Work as a hobby isn't
afraid.
crazy.
I think he's dying.
Bro, if he's not afraid of dying, it's because that's what he wants.
He's a lunatic. You gotta admit that's kind of crazy.
No, you gotta.
Yo, dog, I was mad dangerous.
The man has accepted that his physical body's gonna end one day. So now he's just enjoying it as whatever. When it ends, it ends.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
I disagree. I believe that he has gone through what I can only describe as a stimulus overload or a sensory overload. There were no more pleasures in life, right? For him, busting a nut is not enough. You know, he got
a cheat death.
He got to bust a nut on top of a volcano that's about to blow. Then
he got to tongue kiss the devil.
No, it's not. It's what Jules is halfway right. Has anybody ever bungee jumped or skydived?
Hell no.
I've skydived.
Okay,
I've skydived.
I've bungee jumped, and it's that pure feeling of adrenaline where your body, you're just fully there and what's going on. That shit feels amazing.
Walking after fucking a fat bitch.
Y'all. I don't know about
No,
y'all.
I know what he's saying. Though. He has a point. He has a point. He's not wrong. He's not wrong, fam.
I'll skydive once, but I ain't bungee jumping for shit, man.
No, what I'm saying,
he's not wrong.
let me finish. What that is doing, your fucking whole essence is fully focused in that moment. You could die, you could live. You don't even think about that. You're just there. That high, I swear to God, is myself. That high is better than fucking getting pussy.
Wow. He was having dinner with Steve Kim and Manny Robles in midair.
What Jules is saying
I'll
is
tell
when you
you
keep
what.
chasing
I'll
it,
play
it's a
it
problem.
safe. I'll play it safe, and I'll just get some pussy. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Like what
I'm not
Jules
gonna
is
jump off
saying
the
is
plane.
you kept chasing that high. You chased it over and over again. That means, dog, you a little bit different. Because we all seen a little bit of that high. I've been in military and everything. I've been through some shit. But I'm just saying, when you keep chasing that high,
Bro, he did
it's
the
a little
stunt.
bit different, fam.
Hyam, don't believe me. The stunt that he did, right? You can see this man can die doing this stunt, and he just kept doing it and doing it. And it's like, bro, you can see it. It's like, bro,
I've been on the edge of some crazy
you know why this
shit,
is
and
where I
that
relate to him, though.
sounds bad, dog.
You know, Hyam, you said you experienced. This is where I relate to Tom, though. That
go ahead.
feeling of like, oh, I could have died, but I made it. That shit's fire, though, bro. I'm telling you, that shit's fun.
No, I agree with you. I've been through that. I fought fires. I've been through skydiving. I've done.
And
I'm
when you make it through,
ex-military.
that shit after you don't got to pucker your butt no more, you're like, oh.
Yeah, it's cool. But when you keep going back to the well, you're not gonna keep going back to the well.
It's funny
Especially,
he keeps
especially
doing
when
stuff
you.
like this.
No, hold on. When you the difference when you 23 years old to you 33 years old. Now you got family. Now you got children.
Bro, that man is damn near 60, Hyam.
No, he's almost 70, bro.
He's
That's
just
a little bit different, dog.
He's just a dope
last
fiend.
year.
Like to
Hey,
me, he's no
Hyam,
different. To me, he's no different from a dope fiend. Like the way he acts.
It's
exactly.
All you gotta understand is it's a dope.
I agree with you.
We all gonna have our vices.
bro.
That's his vice.
That's his
Bro,
vice.
You gotta accept,
That's his vice.
Bro, you got to accept that when you do things like that, when you willfully put yourself in harm's way, especially at your age, when most other people are slowing down and settling down, you don't want to. You want to put yourself in near-death situations.
Yo,
right?
this dude is like 50 years old, dog.
Damn, this dude is well old to be doing it.
Yo, this dude is well old to be doing that shit.
Nah, son, that dude
That's
would die,
crazy.
man. Like, I don't know how you don't.
I stopped being a tough guy. I stopped being a tough guy. I'm Brooklyn, New York, Bronx, New York, all that bullshit. I stopped being a tough guy a long time ago, fam.
Trying to tell you, be like, if you
risking your life, dog.
50,
You're risking your life.
60, you can't just sit down and enjoy getting a nice blowjob from some fucking French model.
Been there, done that.
No. It's like
on fire when she.
It's like when Southpaw
Been there,
goes
done
to
that
California
with some of the
to like
I've
mess
been there,
with
done that
Mexicans.
on multiple
it's like honestly, though, dog. Honestly, you really was that dude. Yo, listen.
I enjoy a blowjob any day, man.
No, but listen to me, fam. You honestly was that dude. You was really getting money. You was really that dude. And you was really putting pressure on the streets. You was that guy. And now, that was 20 years old. Now at 30 years old, dog, you got a daughter. You got a family. You got something going on. You're not going to risk it the same. If you still risking it, you're kind of out there, dog.
You're going against what Apollo said in Rocky IV.
Yeah.
I just need that. I always need that battle. I don't want to die old. I want to chase that fucking glory.
Nah,
bro.
Yeah.
Every
Think
time,
about it like this. Think
when
about it.
I-
Are you
like,
guys
you get older,
familiar?
you stop.
I was
Are you
at
guys
the corner
familiar?
store.
You remember
I was at the corner store in my old
pool?
neighborhood, bro.
Hold on,
But
you
it was this
remember when
old
Apollo
dude,
was
this
in the
old
pool?
40-year-old dude, still talking, like still telling dope-selling stories. I'm like, bro, I
Yeah,
won, bro.
you remember when Apollo
I'm a
was in the
square
pool?
and I won because you're at the fucking corner store at 2 a.m. still bragging about selling dope.
Bullshit.
Man, that's like, look. I was at there's a bar, what is it, in Hamilton Heights? It's a cop bar. I think it's called Coogan's, right? Lots of people. And it's an old guy. I went there with a group of people, Good people. And it's an old guy, just how Julio described it. Like, God, bro, you like 40-something, 50, really 50-something. You look 50-something until you out here with the little choker and the little young clothes. That shit looks silly, bro. Looks silly. You're too old for that shit. You know what I mean? So when you see a man Tom's age, look, it's not my imagination that most people your age slow down. You don't want to. You don't want to. Either that or you want to die. You want to die.
That's Apollo Creed's story. That's Apollo Creed's story.
What happened to Apollo fucking around with Drago?
That's his story.
Maybe Tom Cruise. Maybe he really missed his window with like Fear Factor because he would have been great on that show.
Talking about.
Who you talking about, Phil?
Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something about Creed 3.
No, go ahead, fam. I'm listening. We listening, fam. What you
said? I just said about a question about Creed 3. Do y'all think Rocky's gonna die or he's gonna be killed off?
Rocky's not gonna be in that movie.
He's already dead.
Yeah. He signed off the contract. He's not dealing with.
I know that, but I'm saying
I think canonically, canonically, he's dead already.
I don't know that they'll even mention him based on how these contracts work because they don't have to. They don't have to mention him. They don't gotta say nothing. You know what I mean? They don't
need to now.
They don't gotta say nothing. It's clearly not about him no more. Ryan Coogler not even directing it, which is weird. Like, bro, that was Ryan Coogler's baby, as I recall. Yep. That was his baby. He made that.
Right.
Michael B. Jordan is directing that.
You know what?
Michael B. Jordan is directing that.
Ryan only directed.
Yeah, but how good is that?
Creed 3. He's directing Creed 3. Yeah, he's doing the
but
new
you gotta,
yeah.
Coogler only directed the first one.
Over, man. Michael B. Jordan is the next Will Smith. In case y'all didn't know, they eliminated Will Smith. Michael B. Jordan is the next Will Smith. In case y'all don't know, that's what's happening.
He don't look dysfunctional enough to be Will. Maybe
no. I'm talking about the real Will Smith. I'm talking about the real Will Smith. Michael B. Jordan is the real Will Smith. He's not the fake ass bullshit bitch ass nigga. I'm talking about the real dude.
But it's a good crop of actors coming through, man. It's a real good crop of actors coming through. I will say something Anthony Mackie said, which is kind of true, that there's no more movie stars. It's a soundbite. It's a soundbite that he said that it's not movie
I think Michael B. Jordan might be the last one. I think Michael B. Jordan might be the last
That's why I said that, because I'm like, he's the only guy that he was good in Black Panther. He was good, and it was him. It's not like, it's the character. No, it's him. But then you got Creed. He good in that too. And he's good in other shit that he do, because the other actors, like, let's be real. The guy that played Captain America, bro, you big. Captain America is the star, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. That was what Mackie said. There's no movie stars, there's characters.
Because the shit with him is he was in other shit. Nobody gave a fuck about that shit. Nobody gave a fuck about that other shit.
What's lacking is character development.
Do y'all know why Captain America Civil War did over $1 billion? Do y'all know why? Do you want me to tell you? It's because Robert Downey was in it as Iron Man. That's why. If he wasn't in it, wouldn't have made that much money.
It's not that. It's not just that, Jay. It's like Anthony Mackie basically told you the whole point of these superhero movies. They're making it for Chinese people.
Not necessarily.
Yeah, bro, Zhang didn't even like that movie.
Of all these fucking IPs.
No, but what I'm saying is,
wait, let me go. What I'm saying is, what he said is true in the sense that today's films, it's not really actors no more. You're selling characters. That's what you're selling. You're selling characters. Whereas before, Stallone was Stallone, whether it's Tango and Cash or Rocky Balboa or First Blood or Cobra or Demolition Man. Yep. You literally did used to say, and he said it, Anthony Mackie said it, that, you going to see the Stallone? Yeah, well, that's how we used to talk. Whereas now what we say, you going to see Avengers? We don't say, are you going to see the Chris Hemsworth movie? We don't say, are you going to see the Robert Downey Jr. movie? We say, no, you're going to see Avengers? Are you going to see the MCU?
You're right, my nigga, but I will fight with you.
Yeah,
Let me fight with you.
It's kind of unfortunate.
My fight with you would be the difference between the two, the one era versus the second, is character development. My fight with you would be that Power shows you character development. So we do talk about Ghosts. we do mention Ghost's name because we do recognize characters sometimes if the show is good enough. If the show is not good enough, then we only recognize the show.
But ain't that the way it? This is what I'm saying. All right, now look.
So I tried to fight.
Wait.
Right,
I'm gonna put it to you like this. Matt Damon is one of the few
that's
superstars.
real. Yeah.
Why? His shit is not one shit the way it is for those guys. His shit is Goodwill Hunting, which is a drama. But he showed I could be an action guy in
The
Born.
Departed.
Departed. It's like he showed you different shit, and you don't say, "Oh, well, you gonna see this?" No, you say the new Matt Damon movie because he did so much shit. You gotta separate him from the role because he can play anything.
I agree with you 100%.
It's not like that. It's not like that with Thor, for example, with the guy that played. Like, bro, you wasn't of a shit. Nobody cared about that shit.
Nobody
cared about none of that shit.
I hate that you're right.
If he don't play Thor, look, this is where it's at. This is where it's at. If he in a movie, but he not Thor in a movie, low key, people get disappointed.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about it,
bro. And that's true because like people,
I
when
hate
they see
that.
him,
You're
they don't
right
say
about that.
oh, that's Chris Hemsworth. They say that's Thor.
That's
but you do say the same about
point.
Ghost though. When you see Ghost,
What'd
you
you say,
say,
Leo?
"Yo, that's Ghost."
Go ahead, Leo.
That's the
Go ahead, Leo.
point of the. Look, the superhero movies are that because they are trying to appeal to the nostalgia of a particular character. It was always going to be that way. The people don't care about. I don't think they care really who is interpreting the characters. They want to see fucking Iron Man. They want to see maybe some guys transcended that scheme, like Robert Downey Jr. But even Romney, if he's not playing Iron Man, who gives a fuck? Really?
That's the point I'm making now. I'm gonna give you an example. All right, who the fuck care about Jeremy Renner? I like the guy. He's a Capricorn, but if he not Hawkeye, what's the point?
Bro, if he's not holding a bow and arrow,
he's
go get that bow and arrow. Go pull that arrow.
And
out.
I love
He's
Hurt
the Mayor
Locker.
Kingston.
I
He's the Mayor Kingston.
I fucking loved Hurt Locker. I think that was a great movie. But if you put him in something now and he don't got a bow and an arrow, motherfuckers will get disappointed. Like,
bro, this is why I made that distinction. Anthony Mackie, right? He's a actor, right? Whereas Will Smith, he is an Oscar winner. He is a movie star. He has artistic range. Whereas Mackie, you're just sort of a team.
No, he don't. I'm gonna tell you. Let me tell you. Let me tell you one motherfucking thing, Virtuoso. And I'm gonna be real with you, right? There's certain actors that I have always thought in my heart, in my balls, you are playing the same fucking character.
The Rock.
Yes.
The Rock.
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
But I'm gonna hurt feelings. I need to hurt. I'm here to hurt feelings.
We're gonna talk about Steven Seagal.
No. All right, country. All right. Leonardo DiCaprio has been playing the same sad motherfucker from Titanic to Departed to motherfucking Shutter Island. You just a depressing. You just a depressing. Listen, as soon as Leo in the movie, stop me if I tell a lie. Stop me if I tell a lie. As soon as Leo, if you see Leo in the movie, don't you off top think, oh, this motherfucker gonna die?
Oh, he's clearly not happy. Yeah. No, but that sad guy has range though. Like, bro, The Rock always has that
range.
Because there's some nuance. Like, bro, The Rock. Hold on, bro.
Let me tell you who got range, Julio. I'm gonna tell you who got range. Christian Bale has range.
Christian Bale.
Yes.
He don't. He don't. Bro, American Psycho, Batman.
Sounds the same every
time. He really has Ryder. And y'all don't like him, but Robert Pattinson has
Y'all tripping. Leo, Leo. Here's the thing with Leo.
Can I say this?
Leo has range. Leo has range. He just doesn't use it no more.
Yeah,
Robert Pattinson Robert Pattinson acts like a guy that was born with pussy. That's his range. Like he got a pussy right there.
Have you seen Good Time? Have you seen Good Time?
He around Bella. He can't get no man.
I remember the
Jules, have you seen Good Time?
Good Times. What?
Yeah.
The sitcom?
No. It's it's with Robert Pattinson. You should watch that movie. Like you like that movie. He actually.
You didn't watch Frailty. We actually
because like you
compare
compared to like I get what your point about Leo, but like bro, like when you compare him to The Rock, like The Rock always has that fucking UPS uniform on. He's always jumping out the building.
The
like,
Rock is the same as
way worse.
You can't. That's actors. Let me give you actors. Let me give
The
you
Rock
actors
is the same as this nigga.
Let me give you
What's the
actors.
Fast and Furious guy?
It's different actors that have to conjure up different emotions, and that's how I gauge whether or not they got range. That's Denzel. That's Morgan Freeman. Will, you've been playing the same. Bro. Listen, the same. Will playing the same guy in Hitch that he playing in I Am Legend. It's just he's having a bad day. It's the same guy.
It's Will Smith. I always see
the same Will Smith in I Am Legend. Tell me that's not motherfucking. Tell me that's not.
No, he is.
He is. That's Hancock.
No, I'll raise you this point. Hold on. I'll raise you this point. Will Smith plays Will Smith in every movie, bro.
You say Leo.
Will Smith plays Will Smith in every single movie.
Will Smith.
Like in Concussion, it was just Will Smith with an African accent.
Only The Pursuit of Happiness, we give him his credit. Other than that, he ain't played nobody.
My God, look, I want you to do this for me, Chaim. Just do this for me. Don't just do this, right? I want you to go to the scene where they in the bathroom crying on the floor and tell me that's not the same scene when he's sitting on the floor crying with the dog.
No,
it's the same scene, bro.
That's not your. He's right. Listen,
it's the same scene, bro.
That's not true.
It is the same thing.
The dog is turning into a zombie. He making the same face.
Yeah,
the dog is like his son, bro. I Am Legend is Pursuit of Happiness with zombies, bro.
It is.
No, that's fucked up, dog.
Hey.
Go ahead,
you know who else is the same? Samuel L. Jackson. He's the same, man. He ain't got
no. Get the fuck out of here. You're bugging right now.
No,
Samuel L. Jackson was a crackhead in motherfucking what's the movie I'm talking about? Do it. I do it. What the fuck is the movie I'm talking about?
Coming Home to America?
Coming to America. Jungle Fever. Yeah, Jungle Fever.
I'll tell you what.
Come on,
man. He got more range than Will Smith. Will been playing the same guy in every movie. It's the same guy.
No.
I'm gonna tell you why.
Bad Boys is way different. Bad Boys is way different than Pursuit of Happiness. You're bugging.
Oh, you're not listening.
You're bugging, fam.
Listen. Will Smith had it's what they call shtick. He does the same Will Smith stick. That's just listen. That's the same thing. That's the same thing Denzel does. Denzel has Denzel. Listen, you're not gonna be fair. Denzel hasn't played Denzel playing a role since his last Shakespeare movie he did.
Yo, dog, I'm older than you. I'm older than you. Hold on. Let me handle that.
Can I finish? I'm not even done.
Let me handle that.
The Denzel in Pelican Brief is not the Denzel in Training Day.
You're not listening. No.
Denzel in Glory. You're lying. You don't know about
You're not even letting me finish. You're not even letting me finish.
I'm being quiet.
Denzel, the last 10 years, has been playing the same guy. Is what I'm saying. Can I finish? Yes, he has.
I'm talking to you. I'm not trying to cut you off.
You're not even letting me. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing.
I'm trying to have a conversation.
Wait. You trying to tell me?
Go ahead.
Denzel in Man on Fire is the same audacious Denzel in Training Day. No, the fuck it's not. Those two.
Did I say that?
That's what I'm trying to say.
How many years did I just say? What did I just say?
I agree with you.
And the Denzel in Equalizer, even though there's a similar premise,
that's not the Man on Fire Denzel. That's
it's not.
The Denzel in Equalizer is the same Denzel that's in Safe House with Ryan Reynolds.
Bullshit.
No.
Okay, wait.
This is the last time Denzel really acted was this motherfucking Macbeth he did.
I
'cause
agree.
He showed he could do
He was locked
Shakespeare.
in.
No,
He's
wait.
And you know what?
Let me break it down.
Hold on.
As the only motherfucker,
I'm trying to be honest. I'm trying to be honest
on
with
the
you.
panel.
I'm trying to actually give you some credit
As
with
the
what you're
only
saying.
one on the panel with a degree in theater.
Man, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
But let him talk. Let's hear what he
Denzel
gotta
really
say.
showed his chops again watching this last Shakespeare movie he did. That motherfucker.
Listen, motherfuckers.
That's facts.
Listen, like the fuck I said, the guy in Man on Fire is in no way, shape, or form like the guy in Training Day. Nothing is
it's still
Denzel.
He's not. You gotta
I think I can
be
find a
honest.
medium
What
with this
you
argument.
said
Like,
was
I
legit.
think that just with Denzel is that he uses the same sort of like acting techniques in every single movie where no matter the character, he's gonna be stoic and then he's gonna do a fucking filibuster.
My problem with you. My problem
and it's
with
like,
you.
come on, bro. Like,
bro,
that's
who would
my problem with you. My problem. Hold on, Jules. Let me eat him. Let me eat him, Jules. Let me eat him.
This for
Jules,
Julio.
let me eat him.
Show me in Man on Fire. Who the fuck did he filibuster? Who? The man, like he was depressed.
This is what Julio's saying. The characters are different. The choices Denzel's making to interpret the material as an actor is all the fucking same choices every time.
This is what I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you. No, hold on, Jules. Let me talk. I'm gonna give you a difference. Hold on, fam. I'm gonna give you a difference. I heard what you said. I'm gonna give you a difference. Glory versus anything he's touched now. Glory is way different.
How old is Glory?
Glory is 30 years old, 20 years old. Come
Glory.
on.
Listen.
Glory shows you something way different.
Glory.
Than anything you've seen from St. Elsfire.
Listen, and I'm gonna tell you.
You don't know. I've been watching Denzel for years.
I've been watching Denzel for years.
Hold on, he was on a sitcom, a nursing doctor sitcom, like an ER. It was called St. Elsfire before ER was even ER. It was St. Elsfire. Denzel Washington was a star on the show. I don't know if you know this, but go back and look. This man been acting at a high level for a long time.
Listen. Hold on. When Glory came out, that's Denzel fresh out of fucking grad school, getting his MFA in acting.
I didn't go back. Wait a minute.
You're not listening to what I'm saying.
No, you're not listening. I didn't go back 30 years. I gave you 4 contemporary movies he was
Ricochet.
in. Ricochet.
Can I say something?
What up, Ricochet?
Michael didn't say nothing.
Okay. The Denzel from Equalizer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is very different from the Denzel from Flight.
Okay, yes. I agree with
that. The pilot that had the
pilot, yes.
Flight.
That's
movie was Flight.
Now, what's the dichotomy? What's always the dichotomy? And I've seen a lot of Leonardo DiCaprio movies. That's how I know. The dichotomy of the kid in Gangs of New York is the same dichotomy of the kid in Departed. Think about it. It's the same character, bruh, that you in, but not really. So you kind of an outsider. It's the same.
Forgetting about Wolf of Wall Street? That was fucking different.
I ain't going front. I like Wolf of Wall Street.
That's a good fucking movie.
But let me tell you something. Tell me that's not Jack from Titanic. The fast talking, that he's sharp, that he's witty, that he could tell jokes. That's Jack.
But I'm not.
Listen. Wolf of Wall Street is Jack if he don't freeze in that water. That's who
what I'm saying is you guys aren't taking into consideration. They're picking these roles and mailed it in. The last time Leo really acted was when he fucking did Shakespeare. Same thing with fucking Denzel.
You stop bringing up this fucking Shakespeare
bullshit.
Can I tell you something?
Denzel is locked in that movie.
No,
I'm not watching that movie, Drew. I'm not going to watch that.
That's how I know when Hayam's saying Glory, that's Hayam. When Denzel did Glory, he's fresh off the stage of doing fucking Shakespeare.
Yeah, but Glory is amazing, my man. Glory is
you're not listening. You're not listening.
You said he was on the
stage. He was fresh off the fucking stage. That's when Denzel was doing more plays than movies before he was an A-list celebrity. You can't compare that Denzel to being the fucking celebrity Denzel. He's doing shtick now.
Wait a minute.
What I'm saying is that he still showed up and did an A-level performance.
You're not going to tell me that Dick Eklund in The Fighter is in any way, shape, or form Bruce Wayne in The Batman. That Christian Bale's range is ridiculous.
And I'm going to tell you why Christian Bale. No one ever said his range wasn't. You know why his range is ridiculous? And I'm going to tell you why his range is ridiculous.
He just lit you up,
no, because he picks characters that make him test his range. Denzel, Leo, the rest of these guys, they don't take those risks.
No, you don't want to appreciate. You don't want to appreciate Denzel's range.
I know that. I love Denzel's range. I love Denzel's range.
This dude, you're not going to tell me that the dude in Training Day is
in any way, shape,
or form the dude in Man on Fire. They're not.
We're talking two different conversations.
What was the movie with the black woman?
Deja Vu.
Fences. Remember that shit?
That was also, to Drew's point, that was also a play, though. That movie was adapted from a play.
And James Earl Jones bodied that role way better than Denzel did.
Come on, you saying James Earl Jones like he a nobody?
Yeah, that's James Earl
But you guys we're having a different conversation. What I'm saying is those guys can display range because they're picking the fucking challenging roles that require them to show fucking range.
No.
Yes.
No, I will.
You know why? You guys, hold on. You guys just said that you're not going to watch Denzel and Hamlet when that's Denzel's best fucking acting he's done in the last fucking 10 years.
Something I ain't going to watch.
But what I'm saying to you is, no, that's not true. That's not true.
Go listen to Denzel talk about that role.
These guys don't pick ranges.
Recently.
Hold on, fam. These guys don't pick ranges. Will Smith. Hold on. Will Smith did 6 degrees of separation, dog. They're not picking ranges. These guys are doing it.
Hold on. I'm not going to watch Hamlet.
6 degrees of separation is a movie that Will Smith would have never picked. But he did it.
Can I say this? Look, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to move on to the next actor.
You bugging with that?
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to move on to the next actor. Leo is playing the same guy in every fucking movie.
Yes, he is.
I'm not done. Don't fucking argue with me. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is a fucking tragedy.
Bullshit.
He said fucking tragedy.
What I'm saying to him. Leo is not picking roles to test the range the way Christian Bale is. Case in point, Leo don't have fucking Daniel Day-Lewis's fucking range because he won't take those risks.
I agree.
Leo can do Shakespeare, but Leo now he's not picking roles that'll challenge him.
Not that level. Not that level.
I like to see Daniel Day-Lewis
is a whole different level, dog.
Can he fight a bear?
I'm gonna say something you guys are gonna like.
He did fight a bear. Will
Smith have a better range than Denzel Washington, than Leo DiCaprio and Chris Bale. You know why? I will tell you why. Because Will Smith can do comedy, and you cannot fake being funny.
He's not all right.
No.
Wait a minute. Leo, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I don't know if the panel's gonna agree with me, right? I'm gonna be honest. I never thought Will was that funny.
Me neither.
Yeah, you know who's
Carlton can laugh his ass off. So can he do comedy? When I'm telling you the scene was funny. The scene, what they set up. Son. See, Chappelle is funny to me. Like, yeah, he's funny. Like, he don't got to do a lot, and he sell it without trying. It got to be the makeup because you ate the shrimp, and they're like, ha, 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 ha. That's ha.
No. What Leo
but
said
I don't give
goes
Will
back
Smith
to
credit
Will
over
Smith's
comedy.
funny because they had good writers. Will's comedic timing is good.
Erase
him-
Will
gonna
Smith.
say that.
Erase,
No, no.
hold on.
You have to
Erase,
be able to
hold
you have
on.
to be able to execute on the jokes and the timing.
What about
But that's
Erase
good
Will
writing.
Smith's entire comedy.
What
Erase
about
Will Smith's entire comedy career.
Bro, I'm
Erase the
not
whole
watching the
shit.
Basketball
No,
Diaries.
hold
Watching Leo
on.
get fucked in his
Hold
ass,
on.
bro.
Erase,
Hey,
erase Will Smith's
You watch
entire.
that shit.
Hold on.
what about
Erase Will
what
Smith.
about
Erase Will Smith's entire comedic career. Everything about him that's comedy related. Erase it. He's still better than everybody else.
what about Al Pacino?
Same.
What about him?
Nah.
Can I,
Look.
Smith couldn't hold a
Wait. Let me say this.
He's a better actor than
Shut
everybody.
up. Let me say this.
Really?
Let me say this. Al is playing the same guy, but I still love him. But he is playing the same guy. He is the same.
Not always.
No, wait. The
No.
same guy in
No.
Devil's Advocate is the
No.
same guy in Scent of a Woman. Yes, it is. It's the
Yeah, but I
same
don't give
guy.
a fuck.
It's the
I
same
don't give
guy.
a fuck because he played Michael Corleone. Once you play Michael Corleone, it's over. Once you do Dog Day Afternoon, it's over.
Hold on.
He's better than everybody else.
Damn.
Come on, fam. You're wrong, fam.
You ever notice how Jay's been
hold up.
He's better than everybody else.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, once you
please?
play Scarface, then Dog Day Afternoon, then motherfucking. Yeah, there's nobody better than him ever.
bro. Let
Chill out.
That's the truth, dog. I'm
Bro,
sorry.
okay.
I might be an
No,
asshole, but that's the truth.
Listen to me.
Listen,
This
y'all
is an-
full of
this is
shit.
an-
Wait,
this is an example.
y'all full of shit.
My
because
man on the
Razor
panel
Ramon-
understands. You see? My man on the panel
You could have
understands.
swapped out Al Pacino with Razor Ramon, and nobody
No,
would have
you.
known.
Hey, wait a
Get the
minute.
fuck out. Get out of me, kid.
Al
Get the fuck out of
Al Pacino, and it goes back to what I was saying. Al Pacino,
All right, hey,
Al
hey,
Pacino's
let me
doing
say
shit.
one
Can I just ask
thing.
one
Let me
thing?
say
Can I say
one thing.
Yo,
man,
Jules,
quit
that's
cutting me out.
fucked up.
You
man.
could have swapped out. You could have swapped out Al Pacino on guard. You could have swapped out Al Pacino with Razor Ramon. Nobody would have batted.
dog.
It could have been Razor Ramon walking around with
Hey,
no
let me say one
Al
thing.
Pacino
Let
was
me
a
say
great.
one thing.
We can all
Scarface
agree on
and
that,
Michael
right?
Go ahead, Sam. Go ahead,
Corleone
Sam.
are
What
not
you
the
saying?
same people.
Let me say
Yeah,
this.
Scarface and Michael Corleone are not the same people. He made a
Who has a
point.
who has a
That's a
better range?
legitimate point. Why
Who
don't
has a
y'all
better
answer his
range?
point? Hold on. Why don't you
Let
answer
Leo
his point?
finish.
Let Leo go. Let
Let
Leo
him answer his
go.
point.
Can I go after Leo?
Go ahead, Leo.
Go ahead, Sam.
For example, who has a better range? Robert Pacino or
Robert
Robert De Niro or Al Pacino? Robert.
Al
You know what?
Robert.
Because Robert
It's
can do
close.
comedy.
It's close. What?
Yeah.
No,
Wait. Let me go. I ain't say nothing. Wait, let me go. I'm gonna say this, and people not gonna like this. Robert does have more range than Al, but neither of them have more range than Brad Pitt.
That's bullshit.
No, that's bullshit. You're completely out of your mind.
First of
You're
all,
dumb as fuck.
here's why
That was the dumbest shit I ever heard in my
here's why
life.
Al Pacino has more, here's why Al Pacino has more range than De Niro and Brad Pitt.
No, De Niro has more range.
Can I finish?
than
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
De Niro himself said, "I can't do it on stage." Al could do it in front of the camera and on the stage.
I don't give a fuck.
Can I finish?
I don't give a fuck.
Let him finish.
Go listen to what Denzel says.
Listen,
He said,
bro. Listen, bro. All right, no. Listen, bro. The only difference between Pacino and Devil's Advocate and Pacino in Scent of a Woman is the name about God.
Yo, you talking about movies that don't even exist. Yo, Jules, you a fucking fake with that shit, yo. Get the fuck
Y'all not
out of here. You gotta
listening.
get at Jules.
Actors, you know where actors,
You gotta fight with Jules,
value
man.
range.
You can't be fucking cool with Jules, man.
That's
You gotta fight with this nigga, man.
Listen.
Come on, man.
Wait, Jay never
Fight
got
with
to
this
speak. Let
nigga,
Jay
man.
go.
Can I speak? I've been trying to ask a question.
I'm sorry.
Wait,
you gotta yell when I am on here.
I'm
You know
sorry,
that?
I'm sorry, guys.
let
I'm sorry,
Jay
guys.
speak, bro. Somebody let Jay
I've been
I'm
trying
sorry,
to ask my
guys. I'm
question for
sorry.
like the last 20 fucking minutes. For
I
God's
know. I'm sorry, Jules. I'm sorry, Jay.
Yo,
Well,
I'm sorry,
speak up
man.
with your put some bass in your voice.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
I'm on a laptop mic. I'm not even on my phone. I've been trying to yell for like the last 20 fucking minutes.
Let's go,
Fam.
man.
Go
Go ahead, do your thing, fam.
Okay, hi. While I'm talking, I know it's going to be very difficult, but could you not speak for the next maybe 15 to 20 seconds?
I know,
talking?
fam. I know.
And when I'm talking, I don't need you to say, "Oh yeah, I agree." Go ahead, fam. All right. Like I mean, okay. Good. All right. Is it cool? Can I do that? Can I get 20 to 30 seconds?
Yeah, go, Jay.
Go, Jay. Go.
All right. Okay. Jules, I want to ask y'all 3 movies on Denzel. Man on Fire, Book of Eli, the 2 Equalizer movies. He played the same guy.
Stop it. Don't play. Don't do that. Don't do that, Jay. Don't do that. See, I shouldn't. No. See, for that bullshit, I shouldn't even let you talk. Get the fuck.
Listen, the characters. What me and Julio seem to understand is we agree with you that those movies you said, Jay, those are 3 different characters. The problem is it's Denzel being Denzel playing those characters, so it's shtick.
That's what I mean.
Mm.
And as far as when you ask Denzel, go pull up interviews of Denzel. Go pull up interviews of Denzel. He says the real actors that have range, they can do it on the stage, not on camera.
No. I'll tell you what. No, you want to play with me? Michael Caine, motherfucker.
Michael Caine got range.
Oh, he got range.
Michael Caine's a bad motherfucker.
Yo,
Michael Caine, listen,
what's the crazy motherfucker?
A prime Michael Caine. Prime Michael Caine acts circles around these guys.
What's the crazy guy? The crazy guy.
You know why Michael Caine?
He was in Ricochet when Denzel.
Don't fucking tell me.
Jonathan Lithgow.
Listen, bro.
Yeah,
Al Pacino has been playing the same guy for 30 fucking years.
But John Lithgow
No.
got range.
We're getting lost in translation with here. I agree that Al Pacino's been playing the same guy as Al Pacino. The characters are different, but it's Al Pacino's stick. Go look at Al Pacino in Heat. Go look at him in Devil's Advocate. That big old, give me what you got. Al Pacino is overacting. So that's why it looks
Sunday,
like
Any Given Sunday?
Same shit. Same
shit.
What I'm saying is the choices he makes as an actor are all the same. Different characters, but
that's not the body of his work.
I didn't say it was. Al Pacino said himself. He preferred being on a stage and in front of camera. That's where the range is at.
Yeah, but the body of his work.
I'm going to say this.
Michael Corleone.
I'm going to say this. Y'all not going to like it, but I don't give a shit because it's true. Matt Damon has more range than everybody you talking about.
I've been said that.
Talented Mr. Ripley.
I've been said that.
Don't say nothing. Don't say shit.
Hey, more than
Talented Mr. Ripley.
Yep.
Talented Mr. Ripley. Goodwill Hunting. Jason Bourne.
You didn't even name the fight. You didn't even name the movie that I'm talking about yet. You didn't even name the movie I'm talking about yet. I'm talking about the poker movie, Rounders. I'm talking about that movie. Come on, I give him this credit.
Matt Damon don't have more range than Michael Caine.
I didn't say. Did I say that?
We brought up Michael Caine.
I said they fuck with Michael Caine. I brought up Michael
Caine. Who else? Anthony Quinn. I go back with old
Anthony Quinn.
Peter O'Toole. All right, you want to go old school Peter O'Toole. They don't have more range there. They don't have more range than Weston. They don't.
But Matt Damon is pretty good,
no, he don't got nothing like that. Between the 50s and 60s, who was battling it out for all the hoes in Broadway was Anthony Quinn versus Brando.
Marlon Brando, my God.
It was Brando versus Quinn.
Marlon Brando.
Those motherfuckers got range.
What's that movie? Marlon
Have you guys seen On the Waterfront with Brando?
Yo, On the Waterfront. That's it.
Where he's a fighter. That could have been a contender.
Yeah, that's the movie, man. That's the movie.
Okay, I have
That's
enough.
amazing.
You want to know who has the best range? Robert Downey Jr. No white motherfucker is gonna play a black man.
He has a lot of range.
Black man.
He has a lot of range.
In 100 years.
Wow.
In 100 years.
That's not true. Leo, let me stop you right now. Let me stop you right now.
Leo, that's bad.
No, shut the fuck up. I got 2 words for you. Caleb Plant.
Caleb Plant. Oh, shit. Yo, Leo, that was fucked up, Leo. That was really bad, yo.
By the way, Jules, earlier you brought up
the whole box in Twitter. Had the whole box in Twitter rooting for him. Yeah,
you brought up Jeremy Renner.
Oh my God, that's laughing in the background.
You brought up Jeremy Renner. Thank you.
Oh, we was talking about some dumb shit.
Earlier you brought up Jeremy Renner.
You thought
I got a question about. Did you see The Bourne Legacy?
Yeah.
What do you think of that movie?
Trash. They didn't need to make it.
Okay, fair enough.
If you watch Mayor of Kingston on Paramount, Jeremy Renner's really
Yeah, I watched that on the regular.
Enough of the men.
You know he's a Capricorn, right?
Who can match Meryl Streep?
Did y'all hear what happened to him? And like he got ran over by
Yeah,
a
he
fucking
got ran over by like a snowplow.
How did he not
like
die?
a garbage truck.
How did he not die?
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking Capricorn. I tried to tell you.
I know. Yep, that explains.
Because she got
like
to cancel the show.
And her
I hope they
prime
don't cancel the show
Meryl
though.
Streep range.
He was all up in it.
And her prime, Meryl Streep. Who are the ladies?
Let me think.
Who? What happened?
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to a lot of the female roles because a lot of them they made them the same, so you don't always get to see how good the actress. I would say, look, I'm gonna be honest. My favorite old school actress, Audrey Hepburn. Audrey Hepburn.
That's a good solid person.
I liked her. You know what I mean? Of the other ones, they just kind of was in the background for me. Being real with you. Audrey lit up the screen when she come out, whether it's black and white or they got the color on the shit, the old school color. She light up the screen when she hit the screen.
My mom was Angela Lansbury. Angela Lansbury was beautiful in her day. In her time, she was beautiful. In her day, she played Cleopatra. She was really a beautiful woman in her time.
And I'm going to say my 80s.
Hey, by the way, real quick, rest in peace, Raquel Welch, man. She just died.
Oh yeah,
she died.
Let's say I gotta name all. I gotta rate. I gotta rate the high yellows of the '80s that gave me boners. I gotta rate them. I'm gonna put Vanity at the top. Jasmine Guy's number 2.
Oh yeah,
Jasmine Guy.
But this is the problem.
When I saw her in the Fresh Prince, I'm like,
no.
Damn.
The problem with Jules' list is that Betty White was his number 3.
Fuck out of here.
What about this thing? What about Tia Carrera when she was in Wayne's World?
Yo, can I say this? Nah, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I was the only guy that thought this bitch face is hard as shit, B. Her shit shaped like a fit. That's this bitch face so hard.
What about Pam Grier?
Oh,
yo, she's beautiful. That's a beautiful woman. That's a beautiful woman. I love. That's a beautiful woman, dog.
She followed me on Twitter too. I love it.
You tell me Pam Grier ain't beautiful?
Pam got to be on the list. They only got 2 people in it. Pam Grier and Grier Pam. That's a different list.
That's a beautiful woman, though.
Real quick, you guys know who was hella fine? Thelma, but from Good Times, Bernadette Standards. When she was young, she was hot.
I don't know if she was
the high yellow list of yellowness, right? In order, at least for me.
Amber Rose.
Fuck out of here.
Amber Rose.
You go to Sin City in the Bronx and see a bitch that look like that. Like basic. The most, you know what? I'm gonna tell you what.
She look good. Son.
No. Her whole shit was that she was willing to rock a Caesar. That's the only reason.
That was
lit like that. She got a platinum blonde. So what? That's a regular bitch. And all right,
she did look good though.
I'm not saying she didn't, but it's a lot of joints. It's the joints that pop that I'm talking about. That they don't just. It's not just that a titty in the ass. That's fucking Vanity, Jasmine Guy, Hillary Banks. I don't know her real name from Hillary Banks.
What is her real name?
That's her real name?
No. Karen Parsons. That's it. Karen Parsons. That's her real name.
Parsons. There you go. Parsons. Ray Dong Chong. That's my list of high yellows of the 80s and 90s. That's the cream of the crop.
What? Not Halle Berry? Are you crazy?
No. She not yellow.
Diana Ross' daughter didn't get on the list.
That's not really the 80s and 90s, though, bro. That's not really the 80s and 90s, bro.
No,
Girlfriend was in the 2000s.
Hey,
I know.
Ray Don Chong when she was
Goldberg
in the movie.
Whoopi Goldberg.
Nigga say Whoopi Goldberg.
What?
What's wrong with you?
She's not bad. Oh,
Yo, stop it. Stop
playing with me, man.
Hey, you guys remember Ray Don Chong when she was in that? It was like a caveman movie. I forgot the name of it though, but she played the gal that caveman dude got with. She was.
Talking about Casino Man?
What about Janet Jackson?
You talking about
Janet Jackson was dark skin?
No,
she was dark skin. No, she was dark skin.
Janet
was
dark skin.
No, it was Ray Don Chong, man.
Now he said Janet Jackson in the High Yellow.
She not High Yellow.
I didn't say Janet Jackson.
My
Not
generation.
you. Julio said that.
Oh,
My generation is different.
Yo,
maybe
can I
it
give
was
a
Quest for I think it was Quest for Fire, man.
Sade would be.
Sade
would be.
You know what Sade is?
Sade was
You know what
it,
Sade
yo.
is?
What is she?
Capricorn.
Oh, fucking Capricorn. But
Yo, can I give
like
a can I give a hot take real quick?
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is gonna piss off some people because every time I say it, people get mad. But Jim Carrey was never funny.
Oh, I'm with you.
I'm with
Never.
you. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Can I say this?
I'm with you.
Wait, let me tell my story. Please let me tell my story.
Go ahead.
The last time Jim Carrey really made me laugh my fucking ass off.
I know what it is. Go ahead.
It wasn't that Ace Ventura bullshit.
No.
It wasn't that Mask bullshit.
No.
It wasn't
It
Bruce
was
Almighty. Wait. Bruce Almighty was a good movie, but it wasn't laughing. The last time Jim Carrey made me laugh was opposite the screen. Opposite the screen, Will Ferrell on Saturday Night Live. That's the last time he made me laugh.
Now, see, for me, that's my version of that. Hold on, my version of that is Adam Sandler.
It wasn't a living color.
You know what?
Adam Sandler's not funny, bro.
Adam Sandler is trash.
Fire Marshal Bill. Fire Marshal Bill.
He never made you laugh in a living color.
In Living Color,
he never made you laugh.
What I said was after In Living Color.
Oh, after
that.
Okay,
That's
yeah,
the last time.
When he made fun of Vanilla Ice, that shit was hilarious.
Come on, really?
What you said,
10
Fab?
Plus is funnier than Adam Sandler, bro. Adam Sandler is whack.
Adam Sandler's not fucking
He ain't funny. He
never
Adam
was.
He has some
funny, bro. His whole bit is just doing funny voice. That's
Get
it.
the fuck out of here.
That
shit
dude
is
is not
garbage.
fucking funny, bro.
Yeah, his movies have an unusual style of comedy. I mean, it's really strange.
I will
It's
say
strange.
the one with the remote, that movie was funny. Like,
It was a good movie. It was a good movie.
That was
Waterboy's pretty good. I enjoyed that one. That was pretty good.
Fire Marshal Bill was the last time.
I like
Bro,
his
I'm not
recent
gonna
movies. His recent movies have been okay, but he's not
I haven't
funny.
seen any of his recent shit at all.
When he was the
I'm gonna be
when Jim
honest.
Carrey was
I
the
don't really
bodybuilder-
think none of these movie funny, and maybe it's because I'm old. I don't really give a shit. But the only movie funny guy that was a bona fide comedian, but he was a movie funny guy also that the movie will be funny, is my man Eddie fucking Murphy. I don't give a shit.
Yes.
Boomerang was funny. Harlem Nights was funny. Golden Child was funny. And he was funny outside of that.
You ever
I want to
see-
say Robin Williams.
Hey,
I want to say
hey.
Robin Williams. I want to
You
say
guys
Robin
ever
Williams is
see?
funny.
You guys ever see Silver Streak with Richard Pryor and
Yeah.
Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
That shit was
That
hilarious.
shit is hilarious.
Yeah, but Aaron Pryor. I'm Aaron Pryor.
Richard Pryor.
Richard the Hawk Pryor.
Richard the Hawk
Oh shit!
And this is without any fear.
Oh Lord, Richard Pryor will always be a stand-up comedian to me first, because his stand-up was timed. Like the first time I seen it, obviously I wasn't around when he was young,
1970,
but he was legit for real funny, like for real funny.
Did y'all ever see episodes of his show in the 70s?
Nah.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm telling y'all now, that was Chappelle's show before Chappelle's show came out.
It was the one he did with Arguello, right?
I watched those when I was a kid, man. They were hilarious.
Did you say Arguello?
Y'all didn't like that movie he did with Alexis Arguello?
He did a movie with Alexis Arguello?
Oh my
He's
god!
talking about Richard Pryor and this fucking Wilder. What's his name? Wilder. Wilder was it G Wilder? Was it G Wilder?
I like Richard Pryor in Car Wash, man.
Even the old Eddie Murphy movie with Dan Aykroyd with Trading Places. That shit was. Eddie is the only guy that, because I don't really like comedies, like I really don't. But he's like the only guy that I could watch his movies and I would like the movie and it'd be funny.
Richard
Aaron Pryor
and Gene
Deontay
Wilder. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, see no evil, hear no evil. That shit is hilarious, though.
Nah, Golden Child, brother Numsi. That's one of my favorite scenes, B. And when he met her father and he wiped his booger on his shit, that whole scene, it still make me laugh. Other than that, all these other funny guys, these supposed funny guys like Kevin James and Adams, Them dudes is not funny, man.
What about Rodney Dangerfield?
Have you seen You People?
I like Rodney.
Oh, I love Rodney, man.
I like Farley. I like Chris Farley. I like Chris Farley. He was good, man. He was Chris Farley.
He was the David Benavidez.
I ain't gonna say nothing high him. I ain't gonna say.
He was the David. He was the David Benavidez of comedy. Fat, cokehead, overrated.
Bro, can I just say that Chris Farley was just filling the void that John Candy left behind.
Yes, he was. He was.
And I don't even think he was as good as John Candy.
He was a physical fat guy.
I got sick of that. A van by the river. Like, all right, bro. I get it because he's yelling. I get it.
But Chris Farley was funny though. Chris Farley was.
You didn't like the Matt Foley character?
At first I did, but then it was like, all right, I know I know what you're gonna fall through the table, right?
Yeah. I was having this debate. Is Rush Hour the only successful like trilogy comedy? Because all three of those movies are funny.
No, Friday had a trilogy.
Friday was alright. I didn't see the third one.
I said trilogy.
You never saw Friday after
I
that?
said Friday. Didn't Friday have a trilogy?
It did, yeah.
What about The Hangover?
Nah,
The Hangover.
The Hangover. The second movie was like the first. It was the
Yeah,
first
it was
movie
only two
repeated.
I'm talking about like it has to be perfect because every Rush Hour was funny.
The third one sucked.
No, it did not.
Yes, it
Stop
did.
it.
Yes,
No,
it
it
did.
did not. No, it did not.
It was
No,
terrible.
it did not.
I hated it.
Bad Boys.
I don't care what anybody says. I like the Friday movies, man.
Yeah, I like the Friday.
I'll say this.
Did Bad Boys beat your boy? Did the Bad Boys beat your pick, Phil?
Spaceballs and Airplane. That's my favorite.
Airplane was hilarious.
Spaceballs with Mel Brooks. Airplane with Leslie Nielsen.
Crack me up.
Airplane was hilarious.
When they were combing the desert and the brothers had the pick in the sand.
They literally had a pick in the desert.
And they asked him and he goes, we ain't
Wait. I got one for you. I got one for you.
Airplane is hard to cover.
Who said the Rush Hour movies were the funniest comedies of all time? Who said that?
Nah, he said it's funny.
Who's the youngest?
Oh yeah,
I got one for you. I got one for you that'll beat it. The Naked Gun series.
Thank you.
Naked Gun.
Naked Gun.
I've not seen those ones. Man.
Naked Gun is ridiculous.
Police Academy was pretty funny too.
Police Academy was too.
It was when Gutenberg was in it. Remember they replaced Steve Gutenberg for the third one?
Yeah.
They got the other guy.
Police Academy was funny as fuck, yo.
The first two was good, but I remember the third one was like,
What about Beverly Hills Cop?
That's Eddie Murphy. That's a classic, bro.
Those three are funny.
Classic.
The third was okay. The third was the
third was kind of whack. With that Disney
Eddie Murphy even many years later just did it because they paid him $15 million for it. So So
I'll give
fuck not shit.
Baba Josie, have you seen You People on Netflix? That new one with him and Jonah Hill.
How does it? What's it called?
You People. It's like an interracial romance comedy.
Is that the one with Lauren London?
No. I think it's him and Nia Long, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did she play the dog? Is it Lauren London?
Yes.
I think it might be. Okay. Yeah.
Yes. And also Julia Louis Dreyfus.
I didn't see it.
I seen the shit for it, and I'm like, bro, come on now. Let's just wait. On what fucking planet does Jonah Hill pull Lauren London? What the fuck?
Hell no.
On what planet? Because it ain't this one.
Hell no.
Yo,
she's fine.
She
is so fine.
What the
she is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous, yo.
She's like the girl next door you make out with.
Have any of you guys ever watched any of the Dean Martin comedy roasts? Of,
yes.
Stars?
Yes.
Oh my God, some of those are so freaking hilarious. I love, and especially when Don Rickles was up there. Don Rickles was one hilarious.
That man is a legend, bro. Like
and he was not politically correct either. He made fun of everybody, but that motherfucker was funny.
How you gonna try to sell me a story where Lauren London is fucking this guy?
Hell no.
Hell
no.
Hey, that just goes.
What's the classification of science fiction? It would fucking have to be, bro. For her to be fucking him, this must be science fiction. This must be Gene Roddenberry. Star Trek.
Jules, that just goes to show you that nothing is possible if you believe in yourself.
Gorgeous.
Nothing is impossible if you believe in yourself.
Yeah, but bro,
She is too fine.
She gorgeous.
Like, bro, how the fuck y'all want me to sit in the theater and digest this bullshit? She's fucking that guy?
Hell no.
Now I gotta watch this
Does
movie.
he have money?
I gotta watch this now.
He said this.
I haven't seen it, but I gotta
And the movie was mid, anyways. It was mid.
You know what, man? You guys ever have a theater where you go there and people are like yelling at the movie screen all throughout the movie and shit?
Yeah, that's when I met Hayam.
I got my dick sucked at the movie theater.
He said that's where I met
That shit don't got nothing to do with movies, my
That's
guy.
where I met Hayam.
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
I used to
That's
hate
foul,
that
bro. I used to
shit.
work at the movie theater. I used to have to clean that shit up, man. Don't do
I
that
used to
shit.
hate
There's
it.
all over the floor.
Somebody said that's where I met Hayam.
What? What?
Yeah. Nah, I have talked to the movie.
Oh, hey, I used to hate that shit though because you couldn't enjoy a movie, and then two, some assholes they'd go up to the very back wall and take a piss, and the piss would run down the freaking underneath the seats. Oh, it was horrible, man.
Wait a minute. What fucking movie theater is this, bro?
That used to be the new Mission Theater in San Francisco. And towards the end, like in the beginning, it was cool, right? But towards the end, it got bad, man. The motherfucker
got just pissed.
Yeah, man, it was fucked up, dude. I left. I got up and left. I was like, fuck this. I'm out of here, man.
Yo, I want to tell y'all something. Shout out the toilets. Because you don't really realize how much piss be coming out until you outside. And you like,
yo,
I
can't hold my shit together. This shit is crazy.
Yo, you out with your people. You not by a toilet. You go to a wall and you like, and you just see like you surrounded. It's like, toilet really do a great
They
service.
do a lot.
They do.
Yo, because it's like an ocean of piss. It's like you don't realize how much piss is coming out.
Especially when you're drinking.
You're not. It's not.
Especially when you're
fun,
drinking and you go pee like every 20 minutes.
Well, yeah, that's what it was.
it's fucked
Drunk
up.
motherfuckers would come in there and they'd be in the fucking back, and
For you to be trying to watch, like, say you try to watch Avatar and all the blue shit is happening. It's just a whole stream.
What the hell?
That shit.
I go lie. Like people talking do get on my nerves, but some funny shit do be happening. Sometimes I find it amusing.
Oh, no, I
mean, like one time I was sitting in the theater, like, and these two was arguing. Like one dude was like, "You shut the fuck up." No, you shut the fuck up. Then out of nowhere, somebody just went, "Why y'all both shut the fuck up?" And that shit worked because it was quiet afterwards.
Nah, dude. You know what? There was this one theater down on Market Street in the city we used to go to, and motherfucking fights would break out and shit. And like in the middle of the
that's
movie
why I didn't use. That was like I was a big movie guy when I was younger. Like I was very big on movies, so I wanted to enjoy the movie. So I would never go to 2/5. I would never go to Magic Johnson's. I'd always go downtown. Why? Because something ain't gonna happen, man. Something ain't gonna happen. And it's
Yo,
just,
Jules, where's you watch 300 at? Because I watched 300 at Long Island.
Listen, I watched that shit. I watched that shit at Chelsea, the one on 23rd. It's either 23rd or 27th
Street. Yeah, you downtown away from the hood. If you watch 300 in the hood,
bro, when paid in full, everybody saw it already. Everybody saw it already because the bootleg was out for like a fucking year, 2 years before the movie.
Exactly.
But
100%.
me and my folk, we made a night of it. Like, man, fuck it, let's just go. We're not really going for the movie anyway. We're going for the ambiance. And lo and behold, sure enough, some shit. Guys start fighting. Got to vacate the theater. Might get shot. But it's like, all right, bro. When I want to watch the movie,
you know what I really hated. You know what I really hated though. Is you get those idiots that come to the movie and there's always that one dude and he's all tripping off the movie and all throughout the movie he's like, ooh, because of a scene. I had a dude.
But that's why I went to sophisticated. I went to sophisticated theaters in locations where I would be racially profiled so that I can enjoy the
movie. That's real.
I want to watch the movie.
I almost got into it with that dude on the way out of the theater because I told him, I go, dude, I don't pay my money to fucking come listen to your ass going, ooh, throughout the fucking movie. I want to enjoy it. I go,
hate
don't
that
ever
shit.
fucking come to another fucking theater that I come to ever again.
Yo,
He said,
yeah, I hate that
we
shit.
almost
I
got
don't
into
like
it.
that. I don't like that shit.
Yo, you remember the movie theater that was on 145th and Broadway?
148th and Broadway.
Yeah, they closed that
Nova,
down.
the Nova.
That's
where I saw Harlem Nights as a child.
they were
I
shooting too
seen
much of that
Ninja
shit. I know that
Turtles.
movie
I seen
theater.
Ninja Turtles 2 and Harlem Nights and Kickboxer at the Nova.
You saw Harlem Nights at that movie theater?
Bro,
Are
my
you
uncle,
kidding me?
listen. My uncle did me dirty, bro. He wanted to see Harlem Nights. He told me we was going to see Turtles. I ain't going to front. I enjoyed the movie, but at first I was mad than a bitch because I thought I was going to see Ninja Turtles.
But Harlem Nights is way better than Ninja Turtles.
Bruh, and the whole scene was what made me start laughing my ass off was the dice game scene.
With the shoot off your pinky toe. With that shit. That's
oh my, the dice scene. That's what saved it for me because I was like, I was very young. I think I was like 8 or something. Like I was a kid, but that
shout out to Bella Reese, man.
Yeah, it's young. Yeah,
yo, that
God rest her soul. God rest her soul.
For real. That's what sold me to that movie though. But yeah, I remember the Nova. I remember the Nova.
And they shot that shit up plenty of times.
Oh yeah,
they shot that shit up so many times.
Because I've only seen like 3 movies there, and I knew my father knew
they shoot that shit up on the regular. Like they really do shoot. Like you go to Harlem and you go to that spot, they shoot that shit up on the regular.
I'm gonna tell you what, the movie theater that I started going to when I want to enjoy a film was 86th Street, the one on Broadway. It was 86 or 84th. The Lowe's.
No, it's 86. It's 86. It's 86.
Nah, because 86 is Banana Republic and Gap. You gotta walk to
but that's that corner. That's that street. Papaya and everything is there.
No, that's 72nd. You talking about, and that's the other one I used to go to. I used to go to 72nd, the one on 72nd also. The one on 84th was the smaller one. The one on 72nd was the bigger one. Then I graduated, started going to Fort Deuce, but then the Bloods and the Crips come out in there. Like, all right, see, I'm gonna go to what
I think 86 was the Papaya one. 86
Nah.
The
Papaya was 72nd. Papaya was 72nd in Broadway by the Mattress Center. Trust me.
It wasn't one on 86 and Lex. It wasn't a Papaya? You bugging,
What is there?
It was a Papaya.
No, that's 72nd, bro. Grace Papaya is 72nd.
You bugging, fam.
No,
you bugging.
he's right.
Whatever. We talk our shit though. That's New Yorkers talking our shit. We talk our shit.
But I just listen, bro. I kept going further downtown because I'm like, bro, like you can't watch the movie with all this dumb young shit. You can't. Like you're not going to.
They're having a shootout. Jules is like, "Hey, yo, keep it down. I'm trying to watch the movie."
Y'all know what I missed though? Y'all know what I missed though? And I've been wanting
Jules
to do
was
this ever since I was a
migrating.
little kid. I've been wanting to do this ever since I was a
Who
kid.
was I, bro?
I miss drive-in movies.
I've never been to one.
Where
the fuck did I go to a drive-in movie in Manhattan?
Dude, we used to hide. We used to hide in the
know what it's
trunk
like.
of
I
the
loved
car
that shit when I was a kid.
so we
I
didn't have
loved
that
it
shit.
too.
I love that shit too, but you don't see it that much in New York.
We'd go to the drive-in and we'd stuff a few people in the trunk so that not everybody had to pay and shit, and then they'd get out once we got in there.
That's the way you're supposed to do things. That's the right way of doing things.
That sounds like
that's the right way of doing things.
They need to bring that back, like driving movies, retro shit like that. They need to bring that shit back. And roller skating. I be seeing it in movies. I don't even know if that shit really exists in real life. You go to like a fast food joint and a bitch would be on roller skates.
And bring the food.
You know why they won't bring back drive-in movie theaters? Because too many people would be too violent too easily.
People. A whole generation was born. A whole generation was born in the back of cars. A whole generation was conceived. A whole American generation was conceived.
Driving movies.
That's a real talk.
Hey,
That's
but
real
see, there's
talk,
no
dog.
security, and these motherfuckers got their cars. They probably got guns in their cars and shit.
Country, you right though. Like especially in this climate, that would be a very dangerous.
You're right, fam. You're right about that.
I'd rather take Netflix.
Fuck the word right now. The older you get, the more away from everything you want to be. You're like, man, fuck
exactly.
You ain't lying.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Look, on that note, gentlemen, I'm going to wrap it up. And always remember, Leo DiCaprio is playing the same role, bro.
And Jim Carrey is not funny.
And Jim Carrey was never really that funny. Not